What's good, everyone? So, one thing you niggas gotta understand is that we got a lot of mental illness in this world. And a lot of this mental illness that you see today has been created from social media. There's always been mental illness in the world. Never forget that. There's always been mental illness in the world. That's never not existed. But the mental illness that we have now, a lot of it has been constructed and created from social media. So this leads me to like MGTOW. You never heard of the term of MGTOW until social media. It's to a point where if you talk about certain things on social media in real life, people look at you weird. Like if you go and you bring up MGTOW in real life, if you go like to any real public setting or you're dealing with real people in real life, because you got to remember, internet world is not the same as the real world. This is why you will hear certain things on the internet, but you won't hear it in real life. The reason for that is because they're two separate worlds. So like MGTOW, if you bring up MGTOW in real life, people will actually look at you as suspect, as homosexual. Like you'll see, because it's just weird because you'll have like a lot of people like to self-project their own issues. Like you'll see this. There's this one nigga I seen, man. I'm not naming no name, but this one nigga was talking about how the only women out there are single mothers and women with high body counts. But yet, from their perspective, there's women that they see on a daily basis that they would fuck with that they don't think have body counts or aren't single mothers, but yet there's some men that's fucking them. So your whole shit talking about how you just pretty much making yourself look hella like you just can't get it. So this is why I said like they tell on themselves because they'll say there's just no women out there, but then if there was no women out there, that means you're asexual or you're homosexual or you're just not into fucking women. But for you to start talking about women every day means you obviously see some women out there that potentially you will want to get with. But why can't you get with them? It's like a bitch who talks about how there's no good men out there, but at the same time, for you to even say there's no good men out there, that means you have a perception of what a good man is. That means you've seen good men. You see them on a daily basis. But the thing is, you can't get them. So it's not about that there's not good men or women. It's about you can't get the ones that you want. So, but at the same time, they'll say that the reason they can't get them is because of a reason or like some type of issue. But yet there's somebody who's getting them. Because whether you're a man or woman, you like to get fucked or you like to fuck. So they're obviously like, it's just, you see what I'm saying? So you can't say that there's no good women out there or there's no good men out there. And then while they're, for you to even have that perception, you're making a judgment saying that means, which means that you've seen good men and women. So that means they're out there because you see them on a daily basis. But the thing is, you just can't get them. So this whole MGTOW shit is fucking hilarious, dude. Like, there's a bunch of homosexual men. I think like a lot of them are low key. I don't even say like because I feel like a lot of them are gay, to be honest. Like they giving up because for how can you just say like you give up? Like even me, like I talk about I will never date no bitch, but I'm still fucking bitches. Like I'll still go fuck a bitch. Like to be honest, a lot of these men like, oh, I would never have sex with a female. The only time I have sex with a female is if I marry a female. Like it seems like the only way these men they want to fuck a bitch is if they're married to a female or if they're dating one in a serious relationship. So that means like if you have to be in a serious relationship or be married to a bitch for you to fuck her, that's some homosexual shit. Especially if you're a man. Like, I can see if you're a female, you feel like that. But if you're a man and you like you can only fuck a bitch if you're in a serious, like that's what it seems like. Because a lot of these niggas like they feel like they gotta fuck a bitch. They have to love a female or be attached to the female for them to fuck. Like that's some female shit. That's some female shit, man. That's what it seems like. Like a lot of these niggas is it's weird. But like that's what I feel like a lot of these MGTOW men are like gay. Or they just it's mental, they just have mental illness, severe mental illness. I don't know what the fuck social media has done, but it's a lot of shit going on in this world, man. Like, and we're gonna see as time goes on, because I can see the world slowly crashing out. Like, I see it, and a lot of you guys don't see it. If you don't, I'm sure a lot of you guys see it, but if you don't see it, you will see it within the next year, because next year we're going into a whole nother we're going into a whole nother energetic feel. Like, it's a whole different ball game starting next year. Actually, remember I told you last October was the last month. Like, this month we're pretty much in the field. We're in that energetic field, because one thing about energy, and when you look at the astrology, it's about you can't look at a certain date. So you're not like, oh, in 2000 this, we're going to be feeling this. No, you got to look up like months before. So if Saturn goes into Aries in April, let's just say it goes in February, actually, you're going to be feeling that energy probably like 2 months, a month in advance. It's not like, oh, when February comes, no, by the time February comes, you're already in the energy. So it's like we're in the energy right now. So next year we're already in that whole next year energy. So you could kind of see the world. It's like it's slowly crashing the fuck out on a certain level. Like, you can just plain, you can see it. It's like I left that post on my fucking feed, and I said in my post, I don't even feel sorry for 98% of people suffering, complaining, because most people are crashing the fuck out right now. Most people in society, they're crashing the fuck out. And so anytime you're seeing somebody who's playing a victim, they're complaining about their situation. Like, I'm not saying I don't have any issues or problems, but like, I look at it at a point where if I see certain people dealing with certain problems and issues, I automatically know you're a retard. Like, if you're in America, and especially if you don't have kids and you're in America and you're talking about you're hungry and you can't get food, I automatically look at you as incompetent. You're a fucking retard. There's no way you're living in a first world country in America in 2025. There's no shortages. There's no food, drought. There's nothing like that. Especially you don't have kids, and you talking about how you don't have food to eat and you're struggling to get something to eat. You're a fucking incompetent retard. Like, there's so many ways. And I'm not saying you have to work. You don't even have to work, if there's so many ways. And you don't even have to do anything illegal. It's just you're a fucking retard. So I automatically know if it's 2025 and you're in America living and you're complaining about how you can't afford food, or you're complaining about certain aspects about life that is like baby shit, I look at you as you're incompetent, you're a retard, and you can't even, like, especially if you're complaining about depression, mental illness. Like, you're a retard. I don't even want to be around you. If you're depressed and you have mental illness, I don't want to be around you, because there's ways to get out of it. But yet people, the ways to get, because usually what I realize is, what for 98% of people, and this goes into my post, the thing that you're supposed to do to get out of your situation, for 98% of people, is the thing that they don't want to do. So like I said, if you're a fat diabetic ass nigga, what you need to do to lose weight is stop eating cake. But you love cake so much, so the thing you need to stop is the thing you love to do. So take that in all perspectives. Somebody who's mentally ill, who has depression, who can't even do the basic shit in life, the thing that they need to do is the thing that they look at as the stupidest thing. So this is where you get trapped in your own hell. You get trapped in your own mind. Most people, they're trapped in their own mind. They're trapped in their own hell, and they deserve to suffer. So when you see a person, like when you see 98% of people on the street homeless, 98% of people depressed, 98% of people complaining about inflation and all this shit, they deserve to be complaining, because they're a fucking idiot. And I'm not saying I'll never be in a position where I may be homeless or I may be have no food, but it's not about the position, it's how that you're complaining about it. That's the thing. So I could be in a position where I can't afford food, but at the same time, it's not going to be a problem, because I'm a fast. I'm gonna be worried about other shit. I'll just eat less. So I'm not complaining, even though I can't afford food, I'm not complaining about it, because there's other ways that I can circumvent around that situation. So even though I'm experiencing something, I'm not complaining about it. Therefore, it's not a problem. So my problem is not your problem. Don't project your problem to me. This is why I could be in a situation where I don't have no money. I don't want to be around another bitch that if I'm dating and you're complaining about bills to me. If I don't have no money and we're in a relationship and bitch you're complaining to me about not having enough to pay the bills, bitch, you're in a relationship with me. Why the fuck are you, bitch? You don't have money to pay for bills just like I don't. That's why you here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be complaining about bills because you would either have the money or you'll be with somebody else with the money. Dumb bitch. So don't even complain to me about finances if you're broke, and even if I'm broke. Like, shut the fuck up about it. Get the fuck away from me. To be honest, when I'm in a situation, in a negative situation, I don't want to be around other people who are in a negative situation like me because they look at it from a perspective that I don't look at it from. When I'm in a certain situation, I look at it from optimism. I look at it from there's always a solution, and I'm working on that solution. So any problem I have, I automatically in my mind is a solution for it. Or it's either that or it's I don't give a fuck and I'm gonna get over it and I'm gonna adjust to being into it. So I'll be in the shelter. I'm just a solution, or if I don't give a fuck, I'll just get used to being in the shelter. But for me to complain about it and still be in that situation, that's where I'm like, get the fuck away from me. Don't that's why I hate people like that shit. It irritates the fuck out of me. Like when I see people that complain, the people that bitch, people that moan, but they don't do nothing about it. Because anybody who's gonna do something about it, they're not gonna complain about it. They're not gonna complain about it. That's from what I experienced and what I've seen. People who complain about shit, those are the motherfuckers who they deserve to be in that situation. They because of their mentality. Always judge a motherfucker based on their situation. Always. Especially now, 2025, and especially the older they get. When you're young, you're in your early 20s, in the teens, kids, I give them a grace. I give them grace. Once you start hitting like that Saturn return, you in your 30s, you're when I see a 40-year-old mother, there's this stupid, fat, nasty, disgusting bitch. I'm not gonna even name her name. This bitch is in her fucking 40s, complaining and like I don't even really want to get into that because I don't want to go that route because it's not even important. But this is fat, disgusting, nappy-headed, ugly beast, nasty, disgusting ass black bitch, and she's in her fucking 40s, still doing the same shit, complaining. Oh my goodness, this and that. And it's like one thing I don't like is somebody with mental illness that they think that they're intelligent. Like I hate a person who's struggling, but they don't think they're struggling. So then they act like they're not the problem. So it's like, why are you in this situation then? And then they'll be like, oh, it's because the devil's attacking me. Or I'm being targeted. It's because, so it's always someone's fucking fault. So at that point, bitch, just fucking kill yourself because since it's somebody's fault, that means you can't get out of it. Because if you could, you would have gotten out of it. And since you can't get out of it, then just kill yourself. Stupid ass. But no, they just want to sit there and just keep bitching and complaining. So like people like that, like especially because the oldest I take is get it right when you're young in your 20s. Because once you start hitting your mid 30s, your 40s, that's when you're gonna be more stuck in your own mental hell. Like they'll tell you you want to do it young because the older you get, the more it's gonna get harder. It's not harder because you get old and you get sick and you can't move because you're back. That's not why it gets harder. It gets harder because your mind is more, your subconscious is programmed by what you do every day. The longer you go without changing your subconscious, the harder it is to deprogram the subconscious. So if you go 40 years doing the same dumb shit, it's harder to deprogram than when you're in your 30s and when you're in your 40s. Like they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. There's a saying behind that. It's because when you get to a certain age, especially when you hit your late 30s and 40s, your retardation and mental illness, it gets grained into your brain. It gets stuck. So you will see a lot of people. This is why when you see people in their 40s, they late 30s, they're either very successful, thriving, or they're very miserable. They're never in between. This is why I say you guys want to get it right when you're young, especially if you're in your 20s. Like, get it fucking right, because you don't want to get to that age. Because when you get to that age, when you get to that age, you've been through so much experiences. So those experiences you've been through, they cause trauma. This is why when I could tell a female by the way she acts her age. Like, a lot of guys are like, oh, I don't know her age. I can know a bitch's age just by how she acts. Because usually when you see women that are like in their late 20s, 30s, and they've been through a lot of problems, even if they've been through good situations, they have a certain way they act. But when they've been through a lot of issues, I could tell a bitch that's in her 30s because she's more trauma reaction. So she reacts more on trauma. That means she's in her 30s. That means she went through 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, getting slapped upside the head by life. So all of those years, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, it adds up. It programs the subconscious. So by the time the bitch is 30, she got a bitch face 24/7. She's always angry. She's always judging men, and she's a fucking feminist. It's because, bitch, you spent the last 10, 15 years getting slapped upside the head by life. So obviously you're gonna have a bitch face everywhere you fucking go. But when you see somebody who's younger, unless they've been through extreme trauma that age, they usually have an optimistic outlook. Even if the bitch is ignorant and she's like 18, 19. They have a certain optimistic outlook, and they're more in a like naivety move, not naivety. They have more naive, and they're more like they have a chance, at least, even if they are ignorant, because they haven't been through that much trauma. So that's why you want to get it right, because the older you get, the more you get slapped upside the head by life, the more you got a chip on your shoulder, the more of a bitch face you got, and the more trauma, because of the trauma you've been through, and now you're a fucking like an angry ass Karen. That's where the term Karen comes from. A bitch who has a lot of regrets. She's wrinkly and she's old as fuck. She got fucking slapped upside her head by life too many times. A lot of men probably left her disappointed, left her fucking hanging, probably fucked her and left. She's been through so much dick in her ass, and the guy didn't stick around. A lot of probably got abused, got cussed the fuck out, got let down, got disappointed. She got too many orders that she had to take back to McDonald's, and she had to cuss out the cashier. All of those experiences, they add up over the years. So by the time you're 40 years old, you have so many run-ins with customer service. They got your order wrong. So many guys fucking left you. So many bitches rejected you. All of this shit, it adds up. So now you're an angry, bitter ass 40-year-old bitch that you like, oh, nobody can tell me what. Every time you tell somebody, oh, what to do, oh, that doesn't work, you're wrong, you don't know. The bitch, it's not that people are wrong, bitch. It's just you gave up hope on yourself. That's what it is. You gave up hope, bitch. You gave up hope. That's all it is. Don't try to act like nothing is right and the world is no, bitch. You just gave up on yourself. Get it right. Don't sit there and act like. And then they try to project that shit like it's all no. That's your experience. Even the shit I talk about on my page, I gotta make a disclaimer. It's my experience. And if you want to agree with it, you can. You don't have to. But I'm not speaking for anyone. I don't speak for anyone because ain't nobody my people like that. Like, there's people I'm cool with, but I don't speak for no men. I don't speak for no community, no spiritual, none of that shit is my people. That's not my shit. I'm just speaking on the internet. YouTube ain't my people. MGTOW or they go, oh, us men got to stick together. Us men. One thing about men nowadays is because a man it's more going their own way. Because like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You just a man gay towards other women, nigga. That's what you are, nigga. You a homosexual towards other women. The fuck? That's really what that shit means. I don't know how like people like literally think like we have some type of community, nigga. This America is not a community. America is not culture. I've never grown up in no community. They talk about, oh, the black community. I remember some stupid crackers like, this is why your community is like the way they try to say some racist shit. This is why your community. First of all, bitch, what do you talk about my community? This ain't my fucking community, motherfucker. Like, I'm not part of no so-called black community. Last time I checked, nigga, if you can't pay your rent, you get evicted and put out on the street. So that community you call your home and your community, if you don't pay rent, you're gonna be on the fucking street. You stupid motherfucker. We live in a society where I can go leave $10,000 in cash on a table at a park, and somebody's going to steal that money. And you can't blame them because there's no community and people need to pay rent and pay bills because everything's about money. So if I leave $10,000 in cash on the sidewalk in the middle of a park, if I come back tomorrow, it's not going to be there. That's not a community. If you lived in a community, if something was of value, there will be no incentive for nobody to take that because everybody is working together. If I'm making food for all of us in this chat, the 6 people in the chat, if I'm making food for everybody, and everybody outside of this building that we're cooking is starving, if I leave some steak on the table, are you going to steal the steak? No, you're not, because you're in the same house and I'm cooking for everyone. So there's no reason to. But the people outside who I'm not cooking for, they have an incentive to come in and steal the food. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we're not in no community. We've never been in no community. Don't make people kind of think. Even when you look at these Christians and these Catholic and these religious faggots that talk about the dumb, stupid religion, they don't even agree with each other. Like most, and I'm not saying like because there's 2 types. Well, I don't even want to get into that, but like the whole Christian Catholic shit, it's all based upon mental illness and who hurt my feelings. So you have people who are Christians that be like, oh, I don't trust all the other Christians because nobody follows the word of the Bible. But then when you look at the reason why they say that is because their feelings got hurt. Like, let's just say you have a mental illness and you have delusions. If nobody caters to your delusions and mental illness, then somehow that person's a devil now. But yet they weren't a devil when they were gonna give you money and feed your fat ass. So it's like it's crazy. We live in a crazy world. MGTOW, some nerds who didn't get no. Yeah, fuck these MGTOW. A lot of them are just. It's not even that they didn't get no pussy, because it ain't hard to get no damn pussy. It ain't hard. Like people like it ain't hard to get pussy. Pussy is easy to get. It's just they want. A lot of them are bum ass niggas, because you gotta look at most men nowadays aren't men. Most men don't know how to build. Most men don't know how to overcome. Most men don't have discipline. So the average man, all they want to do is just sit. I'm not saying there's anything wrong playing video games, because it's fun to play games sometimes, but they just want to sit on their ass, play video games, and talk about what the government's doing, and just talk about life circumstance. Oh, the government and the economy and the boomers left Gen Z. Hey, they just want to talk about shit that's not important, play video games, and they want to, and they think that they need to have some type of success in their life, but they don't have no creativity, they don't have no goals, they don't have no ambitions, they don't have shit. So they're not actually real men. So then they'll complain why like they can't get the women that they want. And then not only that, because the women that they want are fucked up mentally, because like I said, everybody has a mental illness. So the women that they want are fucked up the same reason they're fucked up. They just express it from a masculine way. Women express it from their own way. Because remember, I said I'm not for women or men. Men and women equally are both fucking retarded. You got to look at it. They're both fucking retarded. And I'm not talking about the masculine and feminine energy. There's nothing wrong with masculine and feminine energy. It's the men and women within this society, because the average man and woman within the society is brainwashed, programmed, and their mind is mentally gone because of the trauma that the American culture or this system in general. Because we're gonna just like take it, like we're just gonna categorize it as the same. Anything that 98% of the world is American culture. When you go to any country that takes some type of currency, any country that has a vehicle, a car, has a government system, that is American culture. Everybody wants to be fucking American. So it's all like, so most of the world is programmed by American culture. That's why when you go to like fucking any other country, they always talk about, oh, you're from America, you like baseball? Oh, in America, the McDonald's station. They shut your stupid ass up, bitch. Tell me about your country. I don't give a fuck about it. Don't tell me about it. It's not even American. It's just it's the system. Because the real true America, the real true land has nothing to do with the system. So when you go to another country, they're so fucking wet off American culture. They got like some fucking like, I don't know, weirdo. Oh my goodness, America this, but it's not even American culture. It's fucking system that's meant to enslave and kill people. Like all you can talk about is the food. That shit's poison. All you can talk about is the media and the movies and the music, all the degenerate dumb shit. Fucking stupid ass niggas. Fucking idiots. So like men and women, they're mentally ill. And like I said, I'm not talking about masculine and feminine energy. There's nothing wrong with masculine and feminine energy. Masculine and feminine energy, there's nothing wrong with that. That's normal. This is why you don't see a dog and a cat and a turtle. You don't see the masculine and women fighting amongst each other. They each have a mate. Yeah, some of them may not choose the mate and they may fight, but it's on a different level than human beings over dumbass, stupid shit. Like, you'll literally have a bitch out there literally will say, I turned down a date because the way the man the way the man ordered coffee and how he talked to the waiter. So you pretty much threw away a date because the guy asked the waiter to bring him coffee and he said it in a certain tone and you didn't like it. Like, fucking retarded dumb shit. And then she'll wonder why she's 40, 50 and has a bunch of cats and no fucking dick in her life. And then the man will sit there and like expect to have a, like, you'll be like, I'll be like, go get a prostitute, go get a woman, or I don't want a prostitute. But then they expect a woman to do everything a prostitute does, fuck them and then shut the fuck up and leave, and only be there when they want to fuck them. Then they shut the fuck up and leave, but then complain how they can't get no woman that will fuck them and shut the fuck up. Like, stupid fuck. And then while they want a female to do that shit, they just want to play video games and talk about fucking stupid shit like conspiracies and how the boomers ruined the Gen Z, and talk about and be a fucking gamer streamer. Like, you play Fortnite. Oh my goodness, I got a level 7 fucking level up gun, and oh my, like, all you do is talk about video games like a fuck, and you expect a woman to entertain that shit. Like, you gotta call it for what it is. Like, both men and women are stupid. Fucking stupid ass. Fucking weird ass nigga. Talking on a fucking, like, all they want to do is talk about like, the economy and gaming and shit. Talking like you fucking grooming a child. Oh, you got that gun? That's so cool, dude. You know what gun I got? You want to check out my Fortnite stream? Oh, Johnny. Like, talking like you fucking groom a kid and getting paid to fucking talk like a fucking weirdo on a gaming stream. That's all they want to fucking do, like a fucking weirdo. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking dumbass fucking faggots. And they think that's something. Like, what the fuck? You got to be one, like, real piece of shit to say you want to be a streamer, you want to be a TikToker, you want to be an influencer. What the fuck is it? Who the fuck is you influencing? Only thing you need to influence is my motherfucking pocket. So you send me that fucking cash app or that fucking money. Send me that fucking money, bitch. That's it. Influence my fucking financial account, my bank statement. That's what you need to do. Don't influence nothing else. You can't influence me for shit. Fucking weird ass nigga. Niggas talk about influencers. They can't even influence their own fucking life. The fuck is an influencer? Like, all this dumb shit. And then, like, the algorithm and the money, the algorithm and the views, they got people thinking they somebody. Like, you got this whole fucking bum ass, nappy headed, dreadhead ass nigga. And I'm calling out people I just see. I'm calling out people I see. So when I say shit, I'm not saying no name, but I'm calling out what I see. I talk about shit I see. This nappy, dreadheaded ass nigga talk about he's homeless and this and that. And then, like, you can say, like, the first video this nigga make, he like talking like he don't know shit. This nigga don't know shit. And the first video he make, you can tell how they talk. And then, like, after like a few videos, they get like about a few thousand views. They get their little clout. And then, like, all of a sudden, 3 months later, every thumbnail on their video is like, hit your stupid ass up trying to fucking coon for the algorithm, you fucking nigga. Like, nobody gives a fuck about your stupid ass video, bitch. You think you know? It's like, oh, I'm smart. I got 10,000 people. They watch my video. And now, bitch, you got a 10,000 dumb, degenerate fucking retards who don't know shit. And 98% of them are probably bots, you fucking idiot. Yeah, you think you somebody special. So it's like, and then now they think, oh, I'm a teacher and I'm a leader. And then they'll literally say, oh, I'm a teacher. I'm a leader. You ain't shit, nigga. You ain't shit. You let the algorithm fucking gas your ass up to make you think you're a teacher, you a lead. You ain't shit. You a fucking faggot. Nappy, dreadheaded ass fucking piece of shit. Fucking dickhead, dickwad faggot. Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. These shits be fucking hilarious, man. These niggas. Oh my goodness, man. I swear, if I see another nigga do this one more time, what the fuck you pointing at, nigga? Your empty ass head. Like, what the fuck is that for everyone pointing at your empty ass peanut brain, nigga? We live in the most dumbest generation in the dumbest generation ever in the last, I don't know how many years. The dumbest people I've ever seen. The influx, especially after the pandemic. Just so many dumb people, but yeah, everyone thinks they smart. Get the fuck out of here. And I'm not hating on like shout out to Mr. Like if you streamer on YouTube, I'm not hating on like people I fuck with. And if I know you, I'm cool. Like I'm saying like this like 98% of people out here. These degenerate fuckheads. They don't know shit. They a bunch of dumbass. That's who I'm talking about. These fucking retards. And if you're offended what I say, then you fit the shoe and wear it, bitch. Like these gamers, like they do. They have to be. Like I don't fucking like you have to be, nigga. Watching all that lame ass, like entertaining all these fucking kids and shit all day. Fucking idiots, man. It's indigenous versus system right now. The thing is, there's very few indigenous people. Like it's not even really about being indigenous because there's only a small percentage of people that are indigenous of this land. But just because you're not indigenous doesn't mean you have no purpose, meaning. It's about we need to create something new. If you're indigenous, then stick to your culture. If you're not indigenous, then find your shit or create a new culture. Like you can actually create your own culture, your own shit. The thing is we need to get to a situation where shit is like evolved and moving. Like work with what you have. So even if you're not indigenous, doesn't mean you're useless or pointless and you're a demon or no. It's work with what you have and become something useful, and then become something and start something so we can get to a better footing. It's like somebody who's like, oh, like who won the lottery and they won fucking like $100,000. Like, oh, it's not $1 million, so I'm gonna just throw away the 100,000. I'm like, no, bitch, keep the 100,000 and take the money, and maybe you'll start a business and build your way up to get $1 million. Just because you didn't win $1 million doesn't mean you go away and throw away what you won, which is 100,000. That's stupid. Like, so you work with what you have. That's really what we need to be doing. Well, not we, because I'm not talking about we, because it ain't no we. To be honest, like, and then ain't nobody really got to do shit. The world's gonna reset itself. Like, eventually, like if nobody gets it right, people are just gonna die off, and the world's just gonna reset itself, and everything's gonna go back like how it was. So people don't really need to do shit, and like a lot of people, like it's done. We're already at a time where the world is like it's over. Like life is over for most people. When I say the world is ending, like the world is on a certain aspect, the world is ending. Like on a mental aspect, spiritual aspect, the world is ending on a certain aspect of that. So it is the end. So when that comes, that means everybody's already sealed their fate. So you're stuck in your mind. There's nothing you can do. You're just gonna live this life out in hell, and everything's just gonna degrade. Everything. Remember, I said we're at the shift where everything is degrading. So everything's either thriving or degrading. So when you hear all these people talk about the economy, this, life isn't the same no more. These are the people that are degrading. Life is actually thriving. We're actually like, when a flower blossoms, it looks better. Like life and this reality is blossoming to be a nice looking flower. Society's not what they want. That's why do you think every video on social media is about the system collapsing, the end of the world? No, it's the end of the demonic world. Anybody who's a low vibration, it's the end of their world. So everybody who's talking about the end of the world, the end of the economy, that's your world. First of all, if the economy affects you in any way, you're a fucking demon. So if you think the end of the economy is a bad thing, then you're a fucking demon. So that's your world. The economy is not, I don't have nothing to do with the economy. I'm not a billionaire. I don't get no benefits from this system. The government hasn't ever gave me shit in my life. Everything I got myself. So so any type of talk about the economy, that has nothing to do with me. I'm not a billionaire. That $1 trillion debt, that's not my debt. That's that's the government. And the government, they push that on the people. It's like if I own a loan shark $100,000 and then I go and Debo my whole chat to pay me Cash App so I can pay the loan guy. Like that's really what it is. Like none of this economy shit has nothing to do with me. And anything you may say that could affect me, like inflation and the raising of rent, that's still nothing to do with me. That's just the government doing it out of the spite of their own heart. They're just doing it out of spite. They're just very miserable, angry, mentally ill people, and they just doing it. It has nothing to do with, oh, the rent needs to be raised because the economy is bad. And that has nothing to do with it. The economy doesn't affect me. If you're a real person, the economy doesn't affect you. I don't know why the fuck they talk about all this shit like it affects you. Like, dumbass shit. Like, even with the whole food stamp shit. You got people talking about this whole food stamp shit and they don't even have kids. Like, they're not even on food stamps. So it's like, why are you talking about it? Oh, because people need to know that that's not the reason you're talking about it, bitch. Because if you're talking about it, it should only be because you have a solution we could start acting upon it right now. If you don't have a solution, just shut the fuck up. You showing, shout out to my niggas, shout out to Zach Yell, and shout out to Insight. You showing, fuck, I forgot my point, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like none of this shit, like everyone keeps talking about, like it doesn't even affect you. Like why is everyone who's talking about this shit in society, they're not even going through that shit? Like, it's dumb. It's like MGTOW, men gooning their own way. Yeah, it's all dumb shit. One thing I realized though about that MGTOW shit is a lot of these men, because like Mysterio says something about how MGTOW is because they can't get no pussy. I don't think that's really it, because you got to be really degenerate to not even be able to get no. It's not a pussy is not hard to get. A lot of these niggas just been burnt hella bad by women. Small percentage of them, they can't get no pussy, but most of them, they just been burnt hella hard by women. And I'm not saying like I've never been like fucked over by bitches and shit, but yet again, I've been fucked over by people in general. I've been fucked over by the system. I've been fucked over by like a goddamn dog. A motherfucker was chasing me down the street years ago. I was jumped on a car. Like, who the fuck, people get fucked over, nigga. So you talking about MGTOW like it's some type of topic of discussion that you need to talk about every day. That just shows you got some deeper issues. Probably some mama issues too. Probably your mother didn't love you, or you got some mommy issues, and a lot of it has to do with how you treat these women at the end of the fucking day. Like, it just, but it's just crazy, man. Fuck this economy, motherfucker act like they woke because they see it. For real, like how you talk about this? Fuck, like think about the economy, this economy, that, but then you don't have no solution. So why are you talking to me about the economy? You say, well, we need to enlighten people. You don't gotta enlighten nobody, nigga. Like, isn't that we got Fox and CNN for? Everything that you're gonna talk about the economy, you got it from Fox and CNN. None of you niggas know shit about the economy. Especially if you're working at a 9-to-5 job. A 9-to-5 job, that's welfare. You have to go work at a job to get money to go pay for your life. The government's taking care of you. So you can't talk about the economy because you're in the economy. A person who, and I'm not saying this is right, but somebody who gets it on their own, even if it means theft or scamming or selling drugs, they're more in the world on their own than somebody who works a 9-to-5, or because you gotta look at it. Somebody who gets Social Security or food stamps, that's welfare, you guys will say, right? But you gotta look at welfare as anything the government supplied you. So going to college and getting the degree, that's welfare. You gotta look at it because the only reason you got that job is because you went to that school, and then they taught you how to work at that job. So the government took care of you. So you're dependent on the government. If the government didn't exist, you couldn't survive with that degree and with that knowledge. You couldn't survive at that 9-to-5 because you wouldn't have nowhere to spend the money because the banking system wouldn't exist. So therefore the money system wouldn't, because nobody knows about the economy. So everyone talking about the economy like they know the economy. How the fuck you don't know shit about no economy? Everything you got to tell me about the economy is a statistic. Oh, the boomers did this. Even the word boomers, nigga, that's a fucking government psyop word. They created that word boomer. They created the whole Gen Z, Gen X. That's all fucking like alpha, beta, gamma, all fucking code words. They created it. So you using, oh, the boomers rated Gen Z. Bitch, they created that whole concept. Like, people don't understand. They create the problem and solution. Like they say all these dumbass things, like, oh, like every single thing the news talks about is a problem that they created. Like they talk about food stamps, right? And how they're gonna cut off food stamps, but yet the government created food stamps. The government needs food stamps because if the government didn't have food stamps, then the people wouldn't be dependent on the government. The government needs you dependent on them. So that's a problem. And so they cut the food stamps, which is like, okay, you created food stamps. Other problem, the economy. They create the economy. They fucked up the economy. That's their economy. It's their money. So they create the problem. Drugs in the neighborhood, guns in the hood, gangs. Like they talk about, oh, black people in the hood. Black people, white people created black. First of all, I'm not black. Black is a concept. Black is a term, and it's a government code word that they use on people of a certain that look a certain way, that are in certain programs within their system. So black people, they created black people. White people created black people, and white people created so-called white people. They created white people. So they talk about, oh, black people in the hood. That's their problem, nigga. Black people is white people's problem. They created the hood. They created the gangs. They created the whole concept of what it is to be black, and the way the rap music is. They created all that shit. That's their problem. So they always create a problem. Everything that they talk about on the news is a problem the government created. Because in reality, when you take away the system, there is no problem like that. Any type of problem you can say is, okay, I stubbed my fucking toe. Maybe I got bit by a poison ivy or some shit, and I got to put some herbal cream on it. That's normal, natural problems. Or I got in an argument because I woke up and the moon was square Saturn and squared my sun, and maybe I was in a bad attitude and I cussed this bitch out, but we got over it. That's normal issues we have. But like the shit you see on the news and the shit people talk about, that's not no normal problem. That's a government created problem. All this race bait shit, even the shit like MGTOW talk about, like all these women and this and that. Every complaint that MGTOW have about women and men have about, and feminists have about men, it's a government created problem. Like if you look at this, the root cause of every issue and problem, it's always stems from something that was man-made, that's like that's synthetic. So like you're not really talking about nothing when you talk about the economy being fucked up. You're just talking like an idiot. Like, what are you going to talk about the economy? How the economy's bad and how the rent's going up? I don't need you to talk about that. We know it's going up when you can't afford something, nigga. We know the economy's going down when you can't afford something. You don't need somebody to tell you that. Just going to a store and you not being able to afford something. You know the economy's bad. Common sense. What else do people complain about? I don't know. Like, I don't even really watch the shit. So like, they just complain about dumb shit. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And it's no solution. Like, at least in my view, I give solutions, and there really is no solution to give. Like, everyone knows what they need to do. It's just crazy, man. Like, I don't know where this world's going to. Like, this life is going there. But whatever, man. It's got to get everything. I can see the world actually getting better. But like a lot of the reason why it doesn't look like it, because a lot of this shit has to be torn down. A lot of this shit has to like perish. Like even when you look at disease and illness, a lot of it is really a blessing. It's not even a bad thing, because like a lot of you guys say cancer and disease is bad, but when you really look at it, a lot of people that die every day from these diseases. Don't get me wrong. Like if you have loved ones or people you care about, that's a horrible thing, and you don't want that to happen. That's just why it's good to teach people you care about how to take care of their health. But on a mass level, when they say 100,000 people die from diabetes, you gotta look at it like this. Yeah, that's bad, but at the same time, imagine how many of those imagine of those people that are dying are people who bring this system down. Imagine how many of these people vote. Imagine these people think it's normal to pay taxes. Imagine how many of these people are the same people who are like who support the system, who support the military, who will die for this country, even though this country don't give a fuck about them. And you can't die for this country. You just dying for a family to get rich. Like imagine how many of these people that are dying from these diseases. Because a lot of one thing you got to realize, disease is all frequency. This is why when you go to the doctor, sometimes they'll tell you, we took a test and you seem healthy, but you don't feel right. But then the doctor can't pinpoint what's wrong with you. It's because the whole healthcare system it's 98% of the time the healthcare system isn't going to get what's wrong with you, because your health issue has something to do with your spiritual situation that's on a deeper level. So if you're not in alignment with self, doing your thing, this creates health issues. It's not just about what you eat. It's not about what you do. It's about what you're doing. Are you living holistically, being yourself? So a lot of people that get diseases are people that need to get the fuck up out of here. A lot of people in government, like they said, Joe Biden has some type of cancer. His ass needs to get the fuck up out of here. That's a good thing. Cancer is doing the disservice to get rid of Joe Biden. That piece of shit needs to get the fuck up out of here. Hopefully next is the nigga Orange Man. But like they need to get the fuck up out of here. So when you see these diseases, especially in these like politicians, these actors, and these people who bring this world down, that's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because it's eliminating. So we don't certain, and it's not that there's no cure. There is a cure. The cure is being in alignment with self. And when you're in alignment with self, then you're gonna naturally have a cure. But we don't need no cure like a pill that cures everyone, because some people don't need to be healed. There's people that die every day that need to get the fuck up out of here, that are holding this world down. A lot of politicians, a lot of government, a lot of military lieutenants, and just people who are just utter pieces of shit. They need to get the fuck up out of here, and they get out of here through health reasons. A lot of these Masons and shit, they have all their billions. And imagine being a fucking Mason. These motherfuckers, they be dropping too. They be dying, these Masons. They don't tell you about it, but they be having billions of dollars. They got a whole bunch of assets, and they got all this funding, and they got all these trust funds and $1 billion assets and businesses just to fucking be taken out at an age that they weren't prepared for. So all of that money was for what? They didn't even get to spend that money. They spent their whole life trying to control people and try to take over the world and get all this money, and not to even be able to spend it or enjoy it because their dick wasn't working, because they were too sick, or they couldn't even do what the fuck they wanted to do. A lot of them, they be going out and when they're not even ready. That's why I said, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be in alignment. So disease is really not a bad thing depending on certain situations. Disease was getting a lot of these government people out of here, and it's going to be getting a lot of them out of here. So it's a good thing. That's why it's good that there's no cures just like that can just cure people on the whim. That's good. And you gotta look at it like a lot of, because when you look at when they talk about the government and like they, and people say, oh, they and the government's changing all the time. The government that you see now isn't the same government 20 years ago, because the people within the government, they die, and they give their throne to other people, and people come and people go. So it's not like it's a group of people. The shit's always changing, because shit's always going down. Transitions and transformation is going all the time on everyone's level. Just like you got people in your family that came and gone, you got people, friends in your life that come and go. People in the government, they come and they leave. They get the fuck up out of here and shit, because karma and negative situations, they happen to them. But at the same time, they have a system that's been in place. So it looks like a lot of them aren't coming and going, because you still see the system. You still have to pay bills, but a lot of the money that you pay in taxes is going, a lot of them, the people who are benefiting from it, they got the fuck up out of here and they're gone. But you don't know about it because the system is still here, because the system is so ingrained. But eventually the system is going to go, because there's not going to be enough of them. They're going to have to get the fuck up out of here. That's why a lot of the reason the government is like, it's collapsing kind of, because there's a lot of spiritual shit going on. It has nothing really to do with money. Like, even like this whole government shutdown, it has nothing to do with money. A lot of it is like on a spiritual level, like shit's happening and their shit is just crumbling. So they're forced to do certain things to keep this shit, like they're trying, because the only main job of the government is to keep the business running. to keep this. So the government has nothing to do. So everything you see on Fox News, CNN, every time they talk about a war, government shutdown, you got to understand that everything they do is to keep their illusion running. And we're at a time where in order to keep the matrix running, they have to create problems and issues, because the government and the politicians, they don't have nothing to do all day but to do that. So like, what do you think like Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they do all day? They don't do shit. They go on social media like you and they watch videos, and they go and they spend their money, and they just go on golf trips and shit. They're not doing nothing productive because there's nothing for them to do. And anything that they have to do, they have other people doing it, like fucking like IRS, people who collect tax money. They got IRS agents that collect tax money for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't do shit all day. There's nothing for them to do. They have no fucking life. Like, they're like literally like bored, don't have nothing to do but keep this fucking shit running. Because they have to make you think. Because why you think every time you see like the government or the politician, when you see a video of them on the internet, just look at like when you see like videos of Trump, Elon Musk, all of these so-called high political people, you never see them doing regular shit. Like, you'll never see Donald Trump at a mall, at a store, amongst people. You never see him like shit. Like, it's always in a suit on a podium, and that's all they show you. You see what I'm saying? Like, because they have to give you the illusion that these are busy people. These people are not like you. They're out always doing something. Oh, he just go talk to this meeting. He went to this China to go do this meet. No, these niggas aren't do shit all day. They can't show you that though. Like, how is it like you have all these rappers and shit that they get killed because they got enemies and ops or whatever, but yet you got the whole fucking world hates Donald Trump, but yet you never see anything like, where does this nigga even stay? He don't even stay in no White House. Like, where does this nigga stay at, or what did they like? Like, it's weird. Like, you don't see any attacks, or you don't see no social media video of this nigga walking out of a strip club, or none of that shit. Like, what do these niggas do all? Like, you see, it's kind of weird. And every time you see these niggas, like, they're always on the internet or some shit, or they're always in the front of a podium. They always have a suit on. You never see them in a tank top. You never see them talking normal, or because they need to give you the illusion that these people are doing something important. They need to make you think that these people are important. They have to have it, but they're really just regular bum ass niggas. Like, they're not shit. But they can't give you that illusion. Because they need you to take the government like it's something serious, but it's really not. I feel like this realm, these 3D reality is regarded because it allows control, low conscience, corruption to happen. Yeah. It doesn't allow shit really. The way the realm and this realm in 3D. Nothing particularly wrong with the realm. It's the system within it. Like, this, what it is. The only thing wrong with this realm, you could say, I wouldn't even say it's wrong or right, but is people have their own free will. So if you got a fucking idiot doing degenerate shit in the realm, can you blame the realm, or should you blame the person doing it? A lot of problems you don't like about this realm is because you got a fucking dickhead doing dickhead shit. Like, the government's just doing dickhead shit. That's really what it is. So you say low consciousness, corruption. A human being has to be corrupt. A human being has to be low conscious. For you to experience low conscious and corruption, that means there's something out there that's doing it, that's acting upon their own free will. It was not just the reality. It's some asshole out there that's creating low consciousness, control, and corruption. They want you to think it's the reality. So now they could take the blame. They'll be like, oh, children in Africa are starving and you should donate money. First of all, who the fuck says money has anything to do with somebody eating or not eating? Food and consumption and having a full belly was here before money. So why, like, even with the food stamp shit, everyone's acting like because they cut off food stamps, everyone's gonna starve. Who the fuck said people are gonna starve? An animal doesn't have food stamps, but they're not starving. Last time I checked, food stamps was created like less than 100 years ago. But yet, that means before 100 years ago, or after 100, like 100 years plus ago, people were starving because there was no food. What the fuck does that have to do with? Why does money always equate to somebody always getting shelter, food, and all that shit? That's how it shows you how lost this system is. Like somebody always talking about money when it comes to do with food. What the fuck does food have to do with money? A bird doesn't spend money and they eat. A lion doesn't have to spend money and they eat. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like it's fucking weird. And you got dumbass people thinking, oh, we're gonna go do this and like the older I'm getting, the more I be viewing this life as a school that I don't like going and going forward to get out. So I don't believe life is a school. I don't believe life is a game. Life is what it is. It's life is an experience. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, because even when you say school, like who invented that concept of school? Like, what are you learning? And like, I don't. From what I check, I'm not learning shit in here. Everything I don't think I'm doing, I'm experiencing. I'm taking what I experienced and I'm building upon what I experienced in life. If you want to call that learning, that's something a man made up or something like created. Like, because even when you look at the concept of a school, that's not even really school. That's just the system's way of, because the reason, like when when you talk about school, you're comparing school to like kindergarten, preschool, 7th grade, high school. That's not school. That's a program and a system that the government created to keep your mind in check so their system doesn't get thwarted, so their system doesn't get overthrown, so their system stays running functional. That's what you call school. That's a program. There's really no such thing as school, really. Like, you're just a human being having an experience, and then whatever you develop on your mind from the experience, you use that to add on to other experience to develop a better life. That's it. There's no really such thing as school. That whole concept of school is fucking retarded. So, like that's where we got to get. I'm not saying you're retarded, but we got to get out of that whole concept of like, because you're comparing life as a school. Life isn't a school. Life isn't a game. Life is not none of that shit. Life is what it is. You're living it. Like they talk about the matrix and this and the game of life and the school. It's none of that shit, really. Because if life was a school, that means everybody should be successful. Because when you go to school, nigga, you can cheat. You can go and get the answer from the school teacher and shit. You can go get a tutor, and the tutor can give you all the answers, and your life will be perfect. Ain't nobody's life perfect. Ain't nobody cheating. You're not going to tell me a homeless bum on the street isn't going to cheat to become a billionaire or become successful or to have all the resources he needs, and if he could just cheat. So that's why I say it ain't a school, and it ain't a game, because last time I checked, if you have a PC and you gaming, you can mod the game to have infinite health. You can have God mode status. You can have infinite skills and abilities. So life ain't no game, because why can't I mod the fucking game? And you can't tell me you can't mod a game, because every fucking video game you get, especially if you play on PC, you can use cheats and you can mod. But ain't nobody modding this game to be God mode, to have infinite health, to have perfect health. Ain't nobody doing that shit. So it's not a game. And I just proved you it isn't, and it ain't a school, because ain't nobody getting the answer book and cheating to win the game, to graduate class or get a fake degree. You got people with fake degrees that are working as lawyers right now. So if life was a school, that'd be I could get a fake degree and a fake degree and be like, well, I'm aware, I'm conscious, I have everything I need. Like, like that's why I don't get, like, I'm not talking about you, but I don't get how you got all these fucking people out here. They'll sit there and say shit, but then I look at reality and I'm like, it doesn't make sense, because in reality, what you just said, this should be the reason, but it's not the reason. I don't see it like that. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, it's none of that shit. Just look at reality. Make it simple. Just look at life in real life. What's going on in real life, and then if that's really what you got to look at, because people like to be in their own world and just make up a bunch of stupid, dumbass shit that doesn't make any sense. Now, there was no troll in the chat. If there was a troll in the chat, you would have seen the comments still, because I don't just block trolls. The only time I block a troll is if they're spamming.
Because I don't care. If you want to say what you got to say, I'll let you roll for a little bit. I only block you if you spam, because I don't. That's what it is. I'm not like these bitch ass niggas out here who get so sensitive and shit. Like, if that's the case, nigga, stay off the fucking internet. If you that sensitive, stay off the internet. People talk shit on the fucking internet. Get used to it. If you don't like that, nigga, then stop. Just get the fuck off the internet. It ain't for you. People have weak ass skin. I don't just block people unless you're spamming, and the reason I'll block you from spamming is you're just getting hella annoying, and it's like fucking up my concentration because I keep seeing the same comment. That's the only time I'll block a troll, really. Or if I've been arguing with you for too long and I just want you to shut the fuck up. But I'm gonna let you at least say what you gotta say and roll for a little bit if you're a troll. I'm not like most bitch ass niggas who get offended. Oh, you're troll. Like, you got these people out here, they be talking and shit. And then I'm like, oh, the troll is ruining the thing. Shut the fuck up. You ain't even talking shit. The troll in your comment is actually entertaining. I be going to some people's videos and then the troll be saying some shit, but the troll is actually fucking making this shit more entertaining. You're lame ass fucking ain't talking about nothing, nigga. The troll is actually talking more fucking funny shit than you are. In some cases, that's what I be seeing sometimes and shit. Like, motherfuckers be acting like what they gotta say is so important. Like, you're not talking about nothing, but then a troll will come about, oh, the trolls ruining the comments. Bitch, you ruining your own shit talking about your lame ass content you talk about on a daily basis. The fuck? It's not like you're talking about a generator that can power the whole fucking New York City with just fucking air and water. You're not talking about nothing important. You're just talking about what the fuck government's doing. You ain't talking about shit. Most people don't talk about shit, but then they expect like that they treat their whole comment section and their whole shit like it's something so important. And I'm not saying you should let people troll and talk shit, but it's like they act like it's like some type of like how dare you? What I'm talking about is so pristine and you're ruining the chat and getting people distracted. Ain't nobody getting distracted, bitch. Most of the people who watch YouTube in 2025, they're watching it because they're bored. They have nothing to fucking do. And that's it. Ain't nobody watching YouTube. 99% of people aren't coming on YouTube to learn anything. The fuck you need to learn? If you got to learn something in 2025 that you haven't learned already and that you're not implementing, I don't even think you can learn. You have some type of incompetence. Ain't nobody coming on YouTube to learn shit nowadays. So don't act like your channel, you're waking people up, bitch. The world's actually getting fucking worse on certain levels. I'm not saying on all levels, but when it comes to the human collective consciousness, people are getting dumber. So 2023, 2022, when all these niggers out here talking about I'm waking people up, where the fuck does that come to? Nigga, we 3 years later, 4 years later. Niggas is stupid as fuck, dumb as a fly. Your shit wasn't working. No one was being woken up. The fact that we still got Christianity in the vocabulary of the average human being. Nobody's waking up. Christianity, Catholicism, Jesus should not be in our vocabulary. If any motherfucker, if people are waking up. That's another thing. Like every person, like most, well, I don't even want to get into that. I'll get into that probably later. I'm low-key even scared to even be religious, like into that Jesus shit. Because I've seen a pattern. Like, people that talk about Jesus Christ and Jesus is king and I believe in God, 99% of people that I see have a sad life. I'm literally scared to even believe in that. I feel like it's a curse because when you gotta understand, religion is a curse. When you believe in that religious shit, and I'm not just saying like you literally believe in Jesus is your king and all that, you're taking on certain curses and spells. So anybody who's into religion, your life is always gonna be a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. You're always gonna have problems and you're always gonna have this trials and tribulations. So once you overcome this problem, it's another problem. And when I say problem, I'm not saying your life is supposed to be perfect. I'm saying how you perceive the problem. So me and you can both have a broken arm, but you could be feeling more pain than I could have more heavy pain receptors that the broken arm doesn't hurt. So even though we both got our tibia broken or our arm broken in the same spot, you're in more hell than me because my pain receptors, based upon the way I think and my mind and my action, it's going to make my pain receptor stronger. So therefore, we both have a broken arm, but it doesn't hurt me as much. But you're in agonizing pain. So even though we have a problem, it's not a problem to me compared to you. So this is where when I say that we don't have problems, I don't have problems. I'm not. It doesn't mean that problems aren't in my life. It's just they're very watered down. So I could be going through what you're going through, but I don't give a fuck. You give a fuck. You're going to be more depressed and stressed out, and then you're going to probably never find a solution. I'm not going to be as stressed out. That means I can find a solution more because my mind is not stressing about what I'm going through. I'm finding a solution. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean why no problem, because we all have issues, but how you perceive it. Like a motherfucker who's broke talking about, oh, I don't have no money, I'm broke and this and that. I could be broken, I have no money. Situation, I didn't have no money and I wasn't broke. That wasn't on my mind. I didn't give a fuck because I was worried about other things. But whereas other motherfucker, they'll be depressed, complaining, and miserable, and then they'll even look at you. Like one thing I realized, if you're struggling and you have an issue, that offends people when you don't care. Like there'll be times where I'll be like in a situation where I'm down bad, and then there'll be other people that are down bad like me. But then I will act like I don't care. And then they'll be trying to make me feel bad like they feel bad. Like, look at you. You don't have this. You don't have this. Like people used to be like, oh, you don't have no vehicle. You don't have no car. But they didn't have a car as well. But then I didn't give a fuck. But they tried to make me feel like them. And the funny thing is I ended up getting a vehicle and a car and getting in a better situation before them. And I didn't even, and then when I got it, I didn't even go back to them and be like, oh, I got my car. Look at me. You ain't got. I just got the fuck up out of their life. They never seen me again because once I got out of that situation, I don't need to be around you. You're not on my frequency. You get the fuck up out of here. So you'll still see me, but you'll see me from a distance. You come to me, I'm gonna be like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Oh, remember me? I don't know who the fuck you are. Get the fuck away from me before I get a restraining order, bitch. The fuck? I don't know you. That's why back in earlier in this video, I told you, it's like if I'm in a certain situation struggling, I don't like to be around people who are gonna remind me that of the situation I'm in, especially if they're in the situation I'm in. Like, don't be around me. Get the fuck away from me. Like I hate a person that complains about bills, rent, money all the time. I hate that. That's one of the things that get me so irritated. And it's not that, I have money and I'm rich and I have wealth. And it's even if I'm struggling, like, don't tell me about it because I don't give a fuck, because how I deal with it is different than how most people deal with it. So you talking about it like like projecting your problem as I'm supposed to experience your problem like my problem, that gets in my way from being able to solve my problem because I solve my issues in a different way. So I hate being around people who complain about bills, rent, oh, the expense. Not to say that it's not a problem, but if you're gonna complain about it, all that I look at it like this: seconds, minutes, and hours is time that I can be used to fix the problem. So if I have a problem, if I'm missing my shoe and I lost my shoe and I know my shoe's in the house, why am I gonna spend 20 minutes talking about, oh, my shoe is lost? Who took my shoe? My shoe. If I could spend that same time looking for my shoe. Let's just say I look for my shoe instead of complaining about my shoe loss. It took me 15 minutes to look for my shoe and find it. Imagine for those 15 minutes I was complaining. That means those 15 minutes I could have been spent looking for my shoe. I didn't find a shoe. Why am I gonna complain? Shut the fuck up and go deal with your shit. I hate motherfuckers who bitch and complain and they don't have a solution for it. Because if you really have a solution, you ain't gonna bitch and complain. You're gonna be out doing it. And then it's not even about just doing it. You're gonna have the confidence. You're gonna have the knowledge and the confidence that you know you can solve it. When you don't think you can solve it, you're gonna just bitch and complain, and then act like it's normal for you to be in that situation. I hate a motherfucker like that. That's why I said in my post, most people deserve where they get, because you can judge a man based upon their situation. And when I say man, I mean woman and man, because both is man. Woman is a man with a womb. It's both man. So you can judge a situation based upon what a man is in. So if a man's in a fucked up situation, especially for a long time. If it's just a certain situation, even if it's a small period of time on a certain level, but when you see somebody yearly in the same situation, you know this motherfucker deserves to be in that shit. You know this motherfucker deserves to be in that shit. Because how are you still in that situation year over year over year? It doesn't make sense. He's like a restraining order. For real. Get my ass a fucking restraining order, nigga, like for real. And you better not break that restraining order, nigga. You gonna get broken. Animals, bugs, and shit don't be going to the extreme. Yeah. And I don't even like to compare animals and bugs and all that, but like some things you gotta do. Like a bird, animal, they do the same shit we all do. We all eat, we all experience, we all fuck, we all do what we all do. And they said, well, like, we're not animals. They're like, it's the same shit, though. We're all living in the same world. You could die like an animal, so you have to build your substance, die with a peaceful mind. The only thing we could do is be yourself and live life, worry about what's going on in life. Like, there's really no point. People talk about when you die and everything is. There's no point because there's nowhere to go. This is life. So whatever even when you die, it's only going to be a representation of what you did when you were alive. There's no other you just worry about what's going on right now. There's no I don't even look at the future. Like you have these other spiritual people talking about our a parallel universe where we could tap into our future lives or our past life. Nigga, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. There's only this life right now. There's no future life. There's no past life. Even when you think about something you did 2 months ago, it's a memory. You have to go in your brain and think about it. You can't go watch a video and see what you did yesterday. And even if you did, you have to use some technology. And when you're looking and when you do that, it's still a form of like technology. You have to use some type of video. So it's something that because you look at it like this. You can, let's just say I record something I did yesterday. And you may say, well, that's your past self. Well, you can create technology and create AI of me doing what I did yesterday. So that defeats the purpose. So that still doesn't mean shit. Memory is the only thing that connects you to your past and to the future. Is your memory, nothing else, and your actions of what you're doing right now. So if I go and I slap a bitch upside her head, I know in the future she's gonna wake up with a headache in the morning because that bitch got slapped upside her fucking head. So my actions determine what's gonna happen in the future and in the past. For real, if you're a fat ass and you ate too much cake, you're gonna wake up 3 pounds heavier. Your actions. So actions is really what dictates the future and the past, not what you think. That's why what you think, it never becomes a reality. Nothing ever plays out in real life. The only thing you can worry about is a present, what's going on right now, especially in this time. We're at a time right now, nigga. Like we going into a lot of masculine energy. We're in it right now. That's why the world is a lot different because before, like the last shift we were in, it was a feminine shift. We were in a lot of feminine energy. It was a lot of like Pisces. It was a lot of we had fucking we had a lot of the fucking feminine energy, like energetically. And when I say feminine, it doesn't mean women or men, just the energy we were in. So everything was more like, this is why like Infinite Waters 10 years ago, he was like the most popping YouTuber because we were in a different shift. So people watched Infinite Waters and took his shit serious. Now look at Infinite Waters now. Nobody takes that stupid ass, dark ass, balding head nigger seriously. Nobody takes that piece of shit seriously. They look, his views is plummeted. The only time he can get views is if he talks about like some stupid shit like coronavirus or the war that Trump's gonna fucking initiate, or just some dumb political shit. That's the only time, like Charlie Kirk fucking getting his head blown the fuck off. That's the only time that nigga fucking Infinite Wars can go viral, would get views like he did. But back then, this nigga was able to get views off just talking about spirituality and, oh, if you want to manifest your dream car, close your eyes and listen to this fucking 90 hertz music and go fart into a fucking crystal ball and you're gonna get all your dreams manifest. Like, he'll get views talking about stupid shit like that. He can't get views talking about shit like that no more because we in a different time. Nobody ain't hearing that dumbass shit. That nigga, I think he's an AI. Infinite Waters is an AI. I don't think he's real. If you look at all his videos, he's wearing that same ass fucking 3-piece JCPenney suit he been wearing for the past fucking I don't know how many years. Niggas talking about 7-day vegan diet. Bitch, I've never seen your ass whip up a smoothie, cut some kale salad, or eat anything healthy. I've never seen you fast or juice fast or do anything. Yet you talk about the same dumbass 7-day vegan. I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's the same shit with that nigga. Like, I think Infinite Water is an AI. He's an AI. I don't think he's a real person because you got to remember, they had this AI shit for a long period of time. They had this AI shit for a long period. They had this shit for over 10 years. They probably even longer than that, but guaranteed. They were using it on YouTube for a long time. Like, a lot of you guys think this AI shit is just recent. No, they were using AI back in 2019, 2018. It's just people are waking up to it because they're releasing a lot of AI and a lot of people are exposing it because people have gotten privy to it. But a lot of this AI shit that you see with this whole Soros shit, they were using this shit back in 2017, 2018. So when I tell you I think Infinite Waters is AI, that's really not hard to believe because they've had the technology back then. A lot of this shit, a lot of these, like most of these content creators you see are fucking AI. They're just an advanced version. Like, so that's why I don't even watch a lot of them. You can tell because if you look at their subscribers, they may have over 100,000 subscribers, but they have like only 100 videos. How do you have 100,000 subscribers but only like 150 videos? Like, that's one sign. That's one of many ways you can tell it's an AI. They have a lot of subscribers, but they have videos that are like under 500. Like, how do you have 300,000 subscribers and under 500 videos? That doesn't make sense. Or you only have 50 videos and 300,000 subscribers. In every fucking thumbnail, you're behind this. You're in the same room because it takes a lot of energy to design a big. Like, you can tell because they're in the same room. They're wearing the same clothes or they're in the same setting because it takes a little bit more time to change the setting of the AI. So some of the AI artists or the people, not even artists because they ain't artists, but the people who make the little AI shit, they get too lazy. They don't want to change the setting. So they keep the person in the same setting. So you'll see some bitch talking about tarot and she's in the same setting. And it's like, first of all, bitch, how are you in this? And even the setting doesn't even look right because like this bitch is just talking about tarot all day and the setting that she's in is like, it'll be like a fucking, like a house that, why would a person, like, if I tell you guys it, you guys would be like, well, how do you know? You don't know them. They can have this going on and not tell you. So you guys maybe look at it like, how would you know? But then you should have an intuition and be like, this is just weird. Like, you're talking about this shit every day. Like, you don't, what do you do to even be able to afford to live in this type of place? Why are you in this type of say like the spiritual soul guy? Like, that's a fake AI. That's not a real. I showed you guys a video of the whole AI malfunction and everything. This is an AI, and I always be like, why would a nigga? Because he's like, I think he's like 20 something. He's like in his late 20s. At least that's what that program AI that they want to portray. Like, whoever designed him, his AI, they made him to be a 20-some-year-old black kid. That's like he's from the hood, but he's like a basketball NBA 2K nigga. Like, the way he talks and the way he acts, so they can try to entertain that type of audience. And I'm like, why would a nigga of that demographic, of that type of demeanor and the way he talks and everything, why would he be like in a red, those houses in the neighborhood, like in a suburb type of house, and he's by himself? Like, there's people I've known that have millions, or like people like I've seen and known, like people in my family that like dad knows, and they don't even live in that type of house, and they have money to afford it because they like, I don't want to live like, it's just kind of weird. And I'm like, they have him because they put him in a certain setting because they need to make it. But if you look at his channel, he doesn't make videos no more. It's because the person who created the AI, they probably something happened to them, or it's just it because the because he, I remember that nigga Soul Illuminati made a live stream talking about how Tick or Kick was gonna give him like a $50 million contract, and he was in the works. That was all bullshit. First of all, who are you? What do you do for that amount of money to even be for you to even make that type of money, nigga? You're not doing shit. So it was all this like a little psyop shit they were doing. But that nigga, like he's a whole agent. Like his AI, whoever created his AI, that nigga probably, I don't know what's going on, but he's not making the video. They don't make videos like that no more. Because I haven't seen a nigga make a video in a long time. That nigga, he's a whole AI. I'm gonna show a whole, like, there's a lot of AI pages. Most of them are AI. Like when you go on like these tarot readings, astrology, even like every single video you see on TikTok that somebody commentates on is AI. Like when you go, let's just say you go on a race bait channel, or you go on a channel that talks about the economy, and every video that person talks about, it's an AI video. Those AI videos are created by the CIA and the government. So when you see a TikTok video about like some black woman complaining about how her food stamps, 98% of those videos are all fake. Especially when you see like, oh, this black lady's talking about how she's gonna go steal and she got food. They're all fake. Because that's how they make black people look stupid. They get a fake AI channel, or a fake AI little Sora program and shit. Not this cheap ass Sora shit that you guys got. They got like the more advanced one, like Sora 7, which is like more advanced. It looks so like real and they can make it. That's why do you think when you see the AI videos, you can tell it's AI? Because like they'll show somebody carrying a bucket of chicken, and then like the chicken will fall on the ground, but then they'll carry, like you see the glitches in the AI. They do that on purpose. Like you'll see somebody carrying, like when you see an AI video on social media, they'll be like carrying a bucket of chicken, but then you'll see their fingers go through the bucket and you could tell it's AI because it's glitching. They do that on purpose to make you think that, oh, it's AI and glitch, but they have, because they don't want you to think that they have AI that is perfect like this video. So they have to make the little cheap AI that you get glitch, and you see the fingers through the bucket, or the guy's mouth is moving, and it just like you see glitches in it that make you see his AI. They do that on purpose, so you don't. But in reality, they have the real shit where it looks hella real, where it mimics. So a lot of those, like every TikTok video you see, like I literally say like 95 to 98% of TikTok, any TikTok video you see a major influencer commentate that gets 100,000 views is fake. When you see a news article that says, this TikToker is on a rant about food stamps being cut off, or this TikToker says something about this and that, that's a fake video. All fake. It's fake. They'll have some bitch in a bonnet and some weave or whatever talking about, oh, I'll fuck the food stamps and I'm gonna go and do this. That's fake. They do that to make black people look bad. There's a lot of that shit is all fake. That's why I say I don't even watch a lot of it, because it's like even the shit that might be real, I'd be thinking is fake. But most of that shit is all fake. And then what they have these influencers that like these big influence, not influencers because they're not influencing shit, but they have these big YouTube content creators talking about, they'll commentate on TikTok videos. Like, you know, that whole niche of YouTube videos where all they do is talk about what the fuck other people are doing on TikTok. And oh, this person is talking about how they just got fired from their corporate job and they don't have nothing to eat. And it'll be a bitch in her car talking about, I just got fired from 40 years working at the national facility of this corporation, and I don't have nowhere to sleep. That's a fake ass video. That's fake. All of those videos are fake. Especially when they publicize it on like a mainstream platform and it gets thousands of views, or it's on the news, it's fake. So anytime you watch the news and then they talk about a TikTok video, or anytime you watch a YouTube content creator and they talk about a TikTok, it's fake. I will say 85% of tarot card channels are fake. Anytime, especially when you see a female and she's very, very attractive and she looks good, look at her page, look at all her videos. You're gonna see she's in the same setting. She's always has the same look. She's always in the same stance, and they look the thumbnails look similar, but the shirt's different. But she's in the same, and it's all the same. That's 90. I'll say 85 to 95% chance is fake. 90% of those videos are fake. They make a lot, especially when you see a very attractive female, or like the female is it's fake, because that's like a weird faggot dude that's behind it, and people are gonna make AI based upon what they're attracted to, or what they're trying, either what they're attracted to or what they're trying to program. So they're gonna make the person look very attractive, so that means that they look at the person, so they're gonna make their AI look attractive based upon what they're attracted to, or if they're trying to control an audience, or they're trying to push a narrative, they're gonna make the person look. So they may make a person who's ghetto, who's black, talk a lot of shit and act gangster. Like, remember when they said Donald Trump was coming to Chicago, and they said like there was some black dude that says if Donald Trump comes to Chicago, we're gonna air him out. We got guns. That was an AI video. Average person in a hood knows damn well that you can't go against the police. Niggas are trying to dodge the police in the hood. Niggas ain't trying to fight no fucking police. They're trying to dodge the police. Niggas is trying to fight their enemies and try to stay away from the police. Ain't nobody trying to have war. People in the hood just trying to make some money and sell some dope and shit and hustle and scam. That's it. Ain't nobody trying to fucking fight no military. Everybody knows you can't go against no military, because everybody has with common sense knows you got your guns from the military. Who the fuck you gonna go against the National Guard with your little guns? They gave you the guns. They dropped the guns in the hood. They dropped the drugs in the hood. The fuck? So like that shit was all fucking fake. I'm gonna read some of the comments. That this AI shit out of hand though, man. That's just crazy. All of them, I don't even watch those fake tarot card readers. That's why they all talk about stupid shit. And like, bitch, if you're doing tarot, if you're a real tarot card reader, you should not be making tarot every day. Like, how you gonna make a tarot every day, every week? You haven't even let the last tarot you made. You made a tarot spread yesterday, but do you mean to tell me you have another tarot video today? You didn't even let the last shit play out. Give it a few weeks. Give it maybe a month to play out. You keep doing tarot spreads every fucking day. Like, you just trying to make money off this shit, which if that's your case, then go ahead. And the only reason because I get people need to make money, but what gets me upset is you got these people out here doing absolutely nothing, getting paid, but then have the audacity to tell somebody to go out and get a job working. They need to get off food stamps, or you need to stop stealing, or you need to stop doing. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You can't tell anybody what to do. You can't tell anybody. If you're not out here doing anything productive to make your a living, which is 98% of people, you can't tell somebody how else they're making their money. That's the shit that annoys me. You see somebody, like you see like a celebrity, you see somebody like a content creator, or somebody like in a political office or the government tell somebody, oh, you need to go out and get off food stamps. You need to go out and get a job. You can't tell them to get a job, bitch. You're not no construction worker. You're not no son. Even a police, I would say they're in a position, because they at least even though I don't fuck with police, they do more than a politician. They do more than a motherfucking a content creator who doesn't talk about shit. They do more, even though I don't fuck with them, because they're out there. At the end of the day, there's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out here and shit. So, and police is the reason why I haven't probably caught a couple bodies, because I'm not trying to spend my life in jail. I'm not willing to take a risk to go and kill a motherfucker. So a lot of people, their lives is saved because of police. So I'm not going to sit there and hate too much, even though I don't fuck with them. At a certain level, they do kind of protect people from getting fucked up. So they're in a position to actually say something like go out and get a real job working, than a content creator who doesn't talk about shit, which is like 98% of them. That they have the audacity to say, oh, you need to go out and get a job working. You need to go and do this. You know, shut the fuck up, bitch. You can't say shit. You stupid motherfucker. Let me go up and see some of these comments. Nigga. Okay, let me read some of it. Because if I go up, a lot of you guys talk about stuff I already been talking about, and I don't want to go back. So I'm going to go back up later, but I'm going to get the comments that I read right now. And he says he can't do IRL streaming. Oh yeah, for real. I'm glad you said that, Rob Dees. That's another thing. When you see a lot, they don't go live. Like, who the fuck doesn't go live? Like, especially when you have a big audience, you see somebody with a big audience and they don't go live and they always make videos, because you can go live with the AI. Don't It's not that you can't. It's just it's much more, I don't want to say harder. It's not as simplistic and easier to get the message out if you make a pre-made video. Because when you're live, people could call you out on your bullshit. People might ask you questions, certain shit. So when they don't go live as much, that's how you could tell it's a fake channel. When they don't go live as often, because they have to make it real. They don't, and they don't. You don't ever see them in real life do anything. You never see them with anybody, or you could see them with people, but it could be also AI people. You can tell. There's so many ways you could tell the channel's AI. Next time I see one, I'm gonna post it in my community tab, and I'm gonna tell you guys, and I'm gonna show you guys similarities of what is AI, so you guys can be on the lookout. All they talk about is romance, made up scenarios, and exes. They do shit to keep their viewers stuck, and so they can make money. Yeah, because you got to understand, the reason they talk about romance is because a lot of women who seek, you got to understand, majority of people who watch tarot videos are damaged, mentally ill, traumatized women. That's the main bulk of individuals who watch tarot card readings. Don't think that anyone who's really watching spiritual content in 2025 or in general is somebody who's heavily traumatized and has mental illness for the most part. Because remember, they're saying, it says when you're scared, go to church. When you go to church, when you're scared, when people are gone through shit in their life, they go to church, and they tell you that when you're scared, go to church, because the church tells you to just accept your bullshit and have faith in Jesus. The difference between church and running to spirituality, because it's the same thing almost in terms of people being scared of running to it, is spirituality people actually have more initiative to take action. In religion, it programs you to not take action, just to have faith and everything's going to be okay. And if anything isn't okay, it's because it's the devil. So if you're a fat ass and you need to lose weight to be skinny and not be unhealthy, church will tell you have faith in Jesus. And if you have diabetes, it's because of the devil. Spirituality will tell you get off your fat ass and go and do something about it. But the thing is, there's a lot of people within the spiritual community, just like the Christian community, that they don't take action. So a lot of people within the whole tarot community, they're very this is why they talk about big breakups and Roma, because a lot of women who are in that are women who have relationship trauma, emotional baggage, mental illness, aka a Karen, bitter ass, chip on their shoulder bitch with no life. So they watch tarot cards to get consolement in their mental illness, because they don't want to actually do the inner work to get rid of and purge their problems. So they have to find consolement and cope. So they watch tarot card readings to try to get closure. Like, no, bitch, that nigga just didn't fuck with you because he didn't love you. Get over it, bitch. You reading a tarot card and how he broke up with you, and is he stalking you, or are you stalking him? All that shit isn't gonna get you closer, bitch. Get over it. His ass didn't love your fucking stupid ass. So they can't come to grip. So they have to watch a lot of tarot, and this is why they make those videos about relationships and shit, because it's catering to that type of female. Because the average damaged female, they're worried about unimportant shit. They're worried about the guy they can't get, the guy that left them, or fucking just why hasn't no man married them and flew them out to Cabo? Whereas, bitch, you're not even anybody worth doing that. You're not even worth buying a McDouble. How the fuck you talking about a nigga flying you to Cabo, bitch? Shut the fuck up. But so they go on these fucking channels and they think that somehow they're gonna get some type of closure and coping mechanism to their mental illness. Like, no, bitch, you could still be in that situation. You're just gonna be somebody with cats and fucking dogs in the next 10 years. And you're gonna be talking about how I love animals and animals don't treat me bad. That's because an animal can't speak English, bitch. If an animal can speak English and understand English, he'd probably bite your ass. So maybe it's a good thing, because you would probably hate animals too. Yeah, so I wouldn't even suggest watching any type of tarot. Most spiritualists on this shit are like mentally ill. Like this really is very. And don't get me wrong, there are a few people that do speak real spiritual shit, but it's rare. It's getting more rare. A lot of people are just like going crazy. Like this one bitch, I used to actually think, because like over time you evolve and you see things and you change your mind. So at one point it just because like I be checking on channels I used to watch years ago, and there's this one channel, and then I'm not even naming no names, but this one bitch, she was just talking about fucking a spirit. Like all this bitch talks about is spirits. Like, be careful. Anybody that's talking about spirits, stay away from that shit. Anybody talking about how, oh, if you have problems with getting a job or if you have problems with relationships, um, develop a relationship with Saint Augustine spirit or this voodoo spirit, or anybody that's telling you to connect with spirit. Stay the fuck far away from them, because you gotta ask yourself, why are you telling me to talk to this spirit? First of all, you're a spirit. I'm a spirit. We're all spirits. A spirit is fucking what the fuck you are. You're a spirit. So why the fuck I gotta contact this spirit? Like, ask yourself that. And even when you do, like, for example, a lot of you niggas, like, look at it like this. Look at it like real life. I'm a spirit, you're a spirit. Just because somebody's a spirit, does that mean you're gonna ask them for help? Let's just say you may have a family member you don't really fuck with, and you need $20. You're not gonna want to ask them for $20, even though they could probably give it to you. You don't want to ask them because, first of all, you don't want to go through that stress and all that lecture and all that bullshit. So, in real life, that's your dad that your parent you don't get along with. That's the spirit. You don't want to ask for help. Yeah, they can help you, but whatever they can help you with, you can help yourself. It may take a little bit more work, but when you do it, it feels better, and then you don't have no strings attached. When you're dealing with, oh, this bitch talking about, oh, develop a relationship with the spirit, it can help you. Whatever that spirit can help you with, you can help yourself. And even when you do ask for help, it comes with a cost. If you come and I give you something, I'm gonna want my money back. I'm gonna want something in return. Ain't nobody doing shit for free. Look at it like real life. When you go out and you ask a Mexican at Home Depot to help move your shit. That's another spirit. You ask him to help move your fucking groceries in your couch in your house. He's gonna want some payment. But if you did it yourself, then you wouldn't need that payment. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, look at it in like real life. So why the fuck would you go ask a spirit for something when you can do it yourself? And it's not like you're asking something that you can't do yourself. Everything, like, and these people, they be doing the most dumbest shit, like shit that's not even important. Like, oh, I need money. I'm trying to get a relationship back. I'm trying to get this new interview. I'm trying to help grow my business. They'll be asking the spirit to do stupid shit that's not even important. This is baby shit you can do yourself. Like, I need help on my business. I need help getting revenge on an ex. Like, if you want revenge, bitches, go bust a cap in that bitch ass. Or not even that. Let's just say whatever you can do spiritually, do it yourself. You don't need no, like, they want you dependent. Like, that's a lot of the shit they push in that whole nigger conscious community, is like developing these relationships with these spirits, which is like, you can do. And then when you look at it like this, all of these people that have all these relationships with these spirits, they're not nobody successful. Like, they talk about voodoo and Haitian voodoo, but Haiti's a fucking dump. Look at the U.S. and all the so-called white man, that all these Haitian voodoo priests, they talk about how the white man ain't shit, the white man this and that, but yet the white man's whooping that country's ass galore. Look at Haiti economically. Where's all the Haitian voodoo that's protecting Haiti? All these Haitian voodoo priests. Why is your country like that? Why is there no money or no wealth? It's because that shit ain't what you guys think it is. Every person I see talking about that hate, I talk to this spirit, I talk to this, but yet their life is regular. I'm not saying their life is bad, but everything that they have in their life, there's somebody else I see that has better or the same, and they don't even practice that spirit voodoo shit. They do it on their own shit because they tapped in with they self. So when you tap in with yourself, you can actually get what you need. And it's funny because none of these people talk about there's ways you can actually trap a spirit. It doesn't like all these they talk about all these. Oh, this is a powerful spirit, but you never hear how they talk about how you could because you can actually trap a spirit. There's ways you can do it. Any type of spirit you can trap it in like a certain bind and shit. It doesn't matter what it is, but they don't talk about that. They talk about, oh, these spirits are powerful. These spirits, this spirit's so powerful, then how are you able to trap it? But then they don't talk about it because they don't know how to do that, or they don't do, or like it's not in their whole their vocabulary. They don't know of it, or they don't know how to do it. So like it doesn't. It's like that nigger mentality, always like needing help from something external. That's all it is. Like that's one thing about black people. They always need help from something external. They can't do their own shit, even when it comes to the whole spiritual shit. And even when they need help, it's something that's so fucking retarded and meaningless. Like help getting a job working, or I need help getting this. Like the fuck, you can't help yourself with little mundane. It's not like something like that's so grand and massive that can help them for generations. It's some bullshit. Like I need to help get a job in a white man system. Like it's shit that like it's not shit to help overthrow the system or get themselves in a position where they're self-sustaining. At least do that. But like they're talking about, I need to help. If you want to help getting a job, if you need help getting we have a luck spell to help you get lucky. You fucking idiot! Like all you gotta do is like, be yourself. Yeah, I suggest stay away from any of that spiritual shit that the people talking about spirits and all that crap. Because you're a spirit as well. Why would you want to deal like you should at least 10K sub right now? I don't give a fuck about no sub. 10K subs don't mean shit to me. Even if I had 10K sub, like how much money am I generating? Like, and how many of those 10,000 people are actually like not bots? And I don't mean actual AI bots. That too, but how many of these people are actually real people? Like there's no way in hell that, especially nowadays, for you to have a high audience and it be real people. Like even if I have 5,000 subscribers, like most of those will be just bots. And I don't just mean AI bots, that too, but I'm talking about just mentally people will be retarded. Like I don't care about no fucking views subscribers like that on here. I actually don't want a lot of subscribers on here like that. Because eventually if I did, I would have got, first of all, the way I talk, I wouldn't even be able to get monetized. And then even if I was to get monetized, eventually they'll demonetize me. YouTube is not really any type of social media is not a consistent income. You never want to do social media as a consistent income. I'm not telling you guys like everyone's different. Like if you guys have social media and you want to make money, go ahead, do what you feel like you got to do. I'm not telling you guys to don't do anything like, but I'm just saying me personally, I would not waste my time on this fucking platform. I don't even want that many views to be honest, because I already know a lot of them fucking bots. A lot of them will be bots. Yeah, they do. They do hold a lot, and I know it's over the years they've gotten more stringent on because there used to be a time where you could have like 200 subscribers and easily get like 50, 60 people in your room. It used to be a time, but they tuned the algorithm where depending on what you talk about, you get less traffic in your live streams and on your channel. Because it used to be a time where it used to be easy to get views on YouTube, and like, or it used to be more like not like I don't want to say easy, but used to like 300, 400, 500 views was considered nothing really. Now it's like 500 views. If you're not talking about some bot agent shit, that's a lot. If you start talking about some bot agent shit, then 500 views ain't nothing. For real. And it's not even about being broke or nothing, but I get what you're saying. But it's not even really about being broke. It's just look at their life. And I don't like to just focus on just the money and all that other shit. Cause that a lot of that shit, there's people out here who are scumbags who got a lot of money. There's people who are just so I don't that's why I don't really focus on it. But I look at it like look at their mind, how they think. Look at how they perceive what they think is important. Like you telling me you could like this bitch is all talking about I channel the spirit channels through me and I'm so in tune with this energy, but like every time I listen to this bitch run her mouth, it's always something that is not important or something like it just shows me because remember I told you guys just because you're connected to something doesn't mean you're intelligent. Like a ant, a bug, a rat, a fucking raccoon, they can be enlightened, but it's different than a human enlightenment. So a human being could be enlightened, but yet there's certain there's certain human beings. We're all different scales. We have different blood. We have different brain structures. So we're all different types of humans. So there's some humans that are more retarded. Like let's just say an albino. A person who's an albino, that's a genetically fucked up person. So spiritually, they're fucked up. This is why they look like an ugly ass albino. Or somebody who's an autistic retarded and they have a retarded face and they need their parents to wipe their ass. They have a fucked up retarded spirit. So even though they're human, they're more of a dumber human than you. So when you just because you see somebody say, "Oh, I channeled this energy," like they'll see Bashar with his bald headed ass. Fuck Bashar. Oh, I channeled Bashar. No, it's a bald headed ass nigga, and he says he channels Bashar. I don't know if the nigga's name is Bashar. I don't know what the fuck, but it's some energy. But I always see a bald headed ass nigga talking about it. But everything that comes out his bald headed ass mouth is some bullshit. Nothing intelligent. So just because you may think, oh, he's channeling from something, and I'm not saying he's not, because a lot of you guys may say, oh, he's faking it. He's not. No, these people, they're not faking it. When you see somebody they're channeling an energy. They're not faking it. It's just what's coming out their mouth. If it's not intelligent, if it's something you already know, that means they're channeling a retarded energy. So everybody's a spirit. When somebody says, oh, I'm talking to spirits, I could walk down the street, talk to a homeless person. I'm talking to a spirit. You see what I'm saying? There's smart spirits, there's dumb spirits, there's homeless spirits, there's rich spirits. You see what I'm saying? So just because you're talking to a spirit doesn't mean shit. When I say, oh, my spirit, that's me. A spirit is another energy that you're communicating with. A spirit could be in a living body or in a dead body. Just because you're in a dead body don't mean you have intelligence. Just because you're not in the physical and you're a spirit doesn't mean you're intelligent. Somebody's drunk uncle passed away from drinking alcohol. He's a fucking idiot. Just because he's not in the body and he's in the spirit and he's not in the, does that make him smart? Does he know? No, doesn't mean he knows. So just because somebody's channeling a spirit doesn't mean they know shit. That's why when you see these people they be channeling, they be like, what the fuck are you saying? You're not saying anything that's important. They'll talk about, oh, your government, I'm channeling the Pleiades. Your government, that's you this and that, this and that. They're gonna get exposed for corruption. Like, bitch, we already knew that. Alex Jones said that shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Shit's crazy. Oh man. Oh man. Do I feel you like you got a spirit? Why can't your spirit guide you in the right direction? Not I'm not like talking shit about Mysterio because I feel you Mysterio, but I'm just like your spirit can guide you in the right. You always remember you're a spirit. Like you have these African deities, these African people talk about, oh, you got to give these rituals and you got to give sacrifice to these spirits and you got to right give food and you got to give this and that and like get the fuck out of here. Don't get me wrong. It's one thing to honor your ancestors. That's a different thing when you're honoring ancestors. But I'm talking about you giving like to these spirits and you're dependent on like nah that fuck that. I should have dropped the link. I don't know why I didn't drop the link. If anybody wants to join, yeah. Let me see. I think there's a few more comments I missed. I think I got all of them. But shit, guys, I might end the stream. I'll probably come on a little later. I'm gonna start coming on a little more often. Oh, hold on, never mind. Mysterio, he just joined. What's good
Yo,
with it, Mysterio?
what's good? What's good? What's good,
Yeah.
bro? I'm not gonna lie. Like you made some really good talking points today. Where I was like reevaluating. I was like, oh, okay, like you know about like the whole spirits leading me in direction. I was really trying to say like circumstance situation played out where I just always get free food. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when you like it's like we were saying, like if you in like the right type of state of being, or like if you moving in the right direction, or a direction that's for you, like you always gonna get a circumstance that's favorable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always
Mm-hmm.
because it's like when you it's like if you help the energy will help you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like if I need you to help build my car and I have all the parts, all you need to do is show up. And if you need a ride to come, and if I don't know how to build a car and you know how to build it and I have all the parts, all you need to do is show up. So let's just say you say, oh, I don't have a way to get down there. Well, I'll pay for the Uber. I'll give you a place to stay. I'll give you lunch. So I'm gonna give you everything you need to help me build a car because you help me, I help you. So that's
Mm-hmm.
how life works. You gotta help. Like so, once you in alignment with doing what you gotta do, and you put in your work, then everything's gonna come into alignment. You don't need no. This is why you have a lot of these people talk about all these spirits and like I gave this sacrifice to this spirit and then like people like in like especially the Palo Mayombe, they'll
Mm-hmm.
say this guy he used to do ritual initiations and shit. And this I was just like years ago when I used to watch this nigga's channel. He used to do initiations, and in order to be initiated, you have to give your blood to a spirit. And a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go and get initiated, and then they will not give the spirit what it needs,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll say, "Oh, my life is fucking up, and this," and he's like, "Cause you ain't giving the spirits what they need." And then the way that back then I looked at it like, oh, you're supposed to do that. But it's not that you're supposed to do that. It's you got yourself in a bond. So you got yourself in a bond with a nefarious spirit. So therefore, there like cause like you can't. This is why I said like you got to know what the fuck you're doing because a lot of these spirits that are out here, a lot of these people that promote this shit, they promote it as in what's good for them. It's not really like it's not. I don't want to say because it's not a good thing. I don't want to say it's a bad thing or it's a good thing, but everyone has to learn their lesson. But at the same time, you're not supposed to be giving no sacrificing no spirit. Like this other nigga would be killing chickens. He'd be doing all this shit, and I'm like, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do that. But yet he'd be doing it. He'd be killing chickens and killing animals and all this shit for the spirit. But yet within his within his belief and within his thing, he needed to do that. And if he didn't do that, then his magic wouldn't work. But what was he using the magic for? To have a more successful life. He did it so he could get money, he could get fame, he could get his life can flow. they'll say, "Oh, I want to remove the blockages from my road, so my life
Right.
can flow good and have abundance." But you don't need to do that. If you were in alignment with your true self, you wouldn't need all that because you gotta have common sense. There's people who, with all the shit that this nigga had, that he said the spirit helped him with, there's somebody who has that who didn't even deal with the spirit. So who didn't deal with that same spirit, and they probably even have more than him. So you got to understand, like, a lot of that shit, you don't want to get caught up in that type of stuff
Right.
because it's like, this is where it leads where people say, "Oh, my life is going bad and this and this," and it's not even really that's going bad. It's just you didn't you're not, if because if you don't give the spirit what it needs, it's gonna fucking, obviously, because you've got yourself binded up to that, especially when you do an initiation ritual and you have to give your blood, because a lot of these Palo Mayombe rituals, you got to give blood to be initiated. When you're initiated, that goes to you after you die, because when you die with that shit. So now you're like, that shit follows you after you die. Like, it's not just, oh, in this life. So that's why, like,
Damn.
because even the dude, he's like, when you die, you still gotta serve the spirit after you die, because it's like it's because a lot of those spirits, they're like scammer. I feel like those spirits are scammers, like a scammer. What does it want from you? It wants your money, it wants your energy, and then when it takes your money and energy, then you're indebted to it. It has a bond on you once it hooks you in. So the spirit, it needs your energy, it needs your it needs you to make a bond with it. Otherwise it can't, because the spirit just can't make you do something. That's why that's why they say you have to be initiated into it. Once you're initiated into it, then that's when, like, it can start fucking with you. But a spirit just can't come and just start messing with you for no reason, because you didn't get initiated into it. So it has no power over you. You have to give it power. Otherwise it would just start fucking with you whenever it wants. And you gotta ask yourself, why does the spirit need me so much? It's because it's a nefarious, scamming spirit. It
Right.
doesn't. Yeah. Why does it need you? Like, why is it? That,
Right.
yeah.
Right. And plus, like, I feel like some people, like, they get into spirituality, like they get all spooky with it and shit. Um, Fucking like conjuring up spirits and shit. Well, like, spirits is technically everywhere, but it's like, and like they be fucking with spirits that don't fuck with them, or AKA, like, for example, like they be going into certain areas and shit, and like they ended up dying or something
Yeah.
because like they don't know what they're doing, or let's say if you like a person and you're in a different geographical location, you don't know what's going on and shit, like you don't know if the spirits fuck with you or not, and you want to participate. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why you got to be careful doing what you like. Like, if anything, like, like, it's a difference between honoring ancestors and doing shit like that. But I'm talking about just like going and conjuring these spirits that you don't even know anything of. Like, the only reason you know about this fucking spirit is because of somebody on YouTube. Like, this one bitch, she talks about hoodoo and all this, but yet she's all talking about Saint Augustine's spirit and all these saints. And then if you look at the picture of them, they look like colonizers and shit. Like, this shit, like
Yo.
the Catholic people made. Like, yeah,
Yo.
she's all talking about conjuring like fucking Saint Augustine spirit
Yo.
for money,
Yo.
and
Yo.
I'm
My
like, go ahead.
my grandma used to say, Saint Augustine, Saint Augustine, can you find my? I'm like, who is that spirit? Like,
Like,
damn.
yeah. I was like, get your funky ass spirit away from me. I don't want to deal with your ass. Like,
Like, right, right, and like, I be thinking to myself, like, damn, that's probably half the reason why I'm getting all these goddamn spiritual attacks, because of this religion shit, and it's like
mm-hmm.
colonist shit. Because like I got a little bit. I know I'm African, of course, but like I got a little bit of Native American blood, and I don't fuck with that shit like at all.
Yeah.
Like it's only motherfuckers that's like hella colonizing the mind. That's like doing all these spirit conjuring to these dead colonists and shit. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, these people probably don't give a fuck about you. These people actually, they probably a spirit who died, came back, and it was like some black nigga with dreads in the hood living like the worst life ever.
Exactly. Yeah. All I know is like when you start dealing with that, it puts you through certain problems and shit. Like there's this one dude that's on here. I don't even remember his name, but he deals with a lot of that shit. And he's like, you could tell and you could look in his eye like, yeah, he suffers from mental illness. He even said he suffers from mental illness, but it's like, it's not like, because that shit fucks with you a lot, depending on what you're dealing with, the spirit you're dealing with. That's why I
Right.
don't deal with any of that shit.
Right. Right.
If you because if anything, if you deal with any spirit, it should be what you're saying, what you're doing, and it needs to answer to you, not the other way around.
Right.
Yeah, it should
And,
be nigga. I'm running this shit. This is
right.
what I'm doing, and because
Right.
you,
Exactly.
yeah, it ain't no. Or what are you doing? Like fuck that. Like what am I doing, nigga?
Right.
Because if you're really a powerful spirit, you can actually trap these spirits and get them where they don't even want to fuck with you. They run away from you. They get scared of you because they know
Right.
that you they know that you know they shit. Like they know we're not playing with this nigga. He ain't playing with us.
Right. And plus, people forget that we're powerful spirits. Like
Mm-hmm.
people forget, like you were spirit yourself. So
Yeah,
it's like
whatever it's helping you do, you can't do for yourself. There's nothing the spirit can do for you. You can't do for yourself. That's plain and simple. And especially with these niggas be asking these niggas. Think about it like this. If Haitian voodoo is so strong, the Nigerian voodoo is all this strong, like they say it is. And I'm not talking about the real ancient. I'm talking about this watered down shit they made during colonization. Why is why is Haiti in the state it's in? Economically, politically, all these fucking natural disasters. They even say Haiti took over its rebellion with voodoo, which I don't believe that's the case because even if it is, why don't they do it again? Because when has Haiti ever been free? I think that's a lie because they say, oh, Haiti won its revolution with voodoo. But yet, look at Haiti right now. It's one of the most struggling countries. Why don't they do it again? And then you can't tell me they don't know it because all these Haitian people talking about voodoo and this and that. So, like, where is it? Where's that power at? Why don't they replicate it again? Then the fucking they all these like isn't just look at Haiti right now. It's a horrible
mhm.
place.
Right. And I would also say, like, isn't Haiti near the Dominican Republic,
Yeah, it is right next door.
right next door? Well, like I've been watching Dolo, and he said, like, like certain ethnicities, they shouldn't even be on like Native American soil. Um, but still, like, you got a good point. Like, if it was so powerful, like, why the fuck they even in that state in the first place? Like,
For real.
and like it's like you said, like some of these folks be conjuring like some spirits that don't fuck with them.
And
And,
I don't want to say because at the end of the day, there is a such thing as colonization, and even Native Americans they are colonized and went through certain shit. So I don't want to say like they just because even when you look at a Native American, they're colonized, but they still have their shit together in terms of their culture, and they know how to sustain themselves and do their own shit on the land. But when you look at a Haitian, when you look at an average African Nigerian, they're fucking lost. So they don't even have their own culture at all.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
I don't want to just put it on, oh, why is the country not? Because there is a such thing as colonization, and they did do a lot of fucked up shit, even to the natives. But why is it the Native Americans are the only ones who still have their culture? The average African does not have their culture. The average Haitian doesn't have their culture. They're on some bullshit.
right.
So
And
it's like
even if they did have that culture, like they probably somewhere in like the woods or something.
exactly they probably are. You don't
Yeah,
even know who they are, what they do, but yeah,
right, right. But hey, man, we all gotta get it how we live, and shit like that. I mean, shit, there is such thing as like revolutionizing this shit. So you feel me?
mm-hmm.
It's like what you said earlier. Like, shit, fuck it, just create your own.
Yeah, create your own shit. At the end of the day, like it don't work. Like even with the whole like people talk about oh who I am, what like if they're native or indigenous is like yeah, but even if you're not indigenous to this land, we it's about creating our own shit, starting creating our own cultures, doing our own shit. If you can't connect to your own culture, you don't know what it is, then create your own. Like, it's about getting to where we need to get to at the end of the day. That's really what it is.
Right. Appreciate the info, gang.
Yeah.
But my last topic is what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna lie, like this shift we're in and shit. I've been feeling like my qigong is getting a tad bit little better. Like what I mean by that is like when I walk outside and stuff like that, I don't feel as much density.
You feel lighter, you mean?
Yeah, I feel lighter and shit. And I don't know if we're in a shift, I could feel like the energy in the air, like the wave or something. But like I'm not gonna lie, it just feels like I could do my qigong a little better.
Like it's more smoother and easier.
Like yeah, like it's smoother and easier when I do it. And
Yeah.
and like I didn't feel this way like a year ago. You know what I'm
That
saying?
means the energy is building up.
Oh, my energy building up. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it means. It's just your energy is building, like because you're actually building energy. Every time you do a qigong, you're just building energy. So
Mm-hmm.
you're just building the energy. So it's actually a good thing. That means it's working. So
Mm-hmm.
just keep doing it and keep doing it and just stick with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've been
Mm-hmm.
doing my yoga, like I told you, and I realized like as my yoga gets better, my appetite and my hunger, like I'm able to do a fucking 7 day fast without water easily.
Mm-hmm.
Before, like a year ago, I was only able to do like 3 day fast without water, and the second day I'd be struggling. Now a 7 day I can do without water, without food, and even when I eat, like the other day, like I cooked that food yesterday, but then when I woke up in the morning, I been to cook the food in the morning, but then I what did I eat? I ate like a what did I eat? I ate a cookie. It was from Whole Foods, like a vegan cookie, and that shit had me full. And that food I cooked yesterday, it was like I had to eat that shit hella later because I only ate like a little bit, and I thought I was gonna be hungry for it. But like what I'm trying to say is I don't need to consume that much to be hungry to be full. Like I could just eat fruits and I can be full. And I noticed it's because the yoga I've been doing, and I still have a knot in my neck, like it's not completely removed, and I already feel this. So when that, because I remember like 4 years ago, the knot was so big, my neck
Yeah,
was
bro.
like swollen, and it was hard for me to like. I had headaches all the time. I already told you this. I had headaches and all this shit, and my appetite was so strong. Like I was like eating junk food. I was eating candy, Skittles, beef jerky, all of this shit. Now I can't even eat that crap no more, and it's like my appetite is just smaller and smaller. And I told myself, I'm like, I wonder when this knot goes down, am I gonna not even need to eat no more? I thought the knot was gonna go down within a year or so. Fast forward, we're going on 5 years. February of next year, it's gonna be 5 years since I started doing yoga. And the knot's still there, but my appetite is very down. And I was looking at these breatharians, they said it takes about 10 years to align the energy. So, because you need to have when in order to be a breatharian, you need to have enough energy go within your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that by qigong, fasting, not even fasting, by yoga, qigong, other practices, because you need to have enough energy within the body, and you have to have the spine in alignment.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had enough energy in my body.
Mm-hmm.
It's just my spine wasn't in alignment. A lot of people,
Bro,
yeah, most
bro,
people,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I experienced some of the same things where like I do the energy work and like somewhat like there would be an energy not in my spine. But now like I feel like an energy tingle in my spine.
yeah, that means it's building up in your spine. You have to, when you have enough of that, then you're able to do other things. It's not just not eating. You're able to do other things. But eating is the main um byproduct of having enough. Once you have enough of that energy in your spine, then not eating is a byproduct. So eventually, as you keep doing this is why I say also, if you can, also try to practice yoga, because it's you have to have the energy built within you, and you have to have the spine in alignment so the energy can flow. Because if you have what happened with me in 2012, I had the energy in 2012, the energy shot in me all of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
but my spine was so misaligned, and it caused me to have a psychosis. So
Mm-hmm.
I went crazy back in 2012. I had like an extreme mental breakdown. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was for like about a month, and after the month was over, I still had it, but I got used to it. But because when you have the energy in your body and the spine's not aligned, it causes psychosis, and I had a mental breakdown. I was extremely depressed, and I went fucking crazy. Like back in 2012, I remember, because the energy spiked, but my spine wasn't in alignment. So as I started releasing the spine, the energy flowed. But then, as you release the energy, not only you get better, but certain traumas come up. So as I was releasing the spine through that whole 2016 till now, different things came, like certain trauma came, certain fears and phobias. I went through certain mental schizo episodes, a lot of shit, and that was just me purging. So it's like I'm not. I don't know if I'm speaking from my perspective. Like throughout my journey, going
Nah,
releasing the
I went,
yeah,
I went through similar stuff this year. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I had to, like certain stimuli would come up doing this keep going. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I experienced the same thing.
yeah. I believe you, and
Like,
that's part of the healing process and going
like,
through it.
bro, and like, ever since I've been working on that, like, I still react and respond intensely to certain stuff, but like, I feel way more healed and less like, oh, like fucking like damaged and like,
I
you know,
feel you.
the
Yeah,
damaged, depressed, like fucking insecure. Because like I'm gonna be real, like I'm not super duper insecure, but sometimes it's like,
yeah.
damn, we all have our moments, but like
Hmm.
now like I'm like,
It's more manageable.
yeah, it's more manageable. Like,
That means you're getting healed better, and eventually, as you keep doing it, it's gonna dissipate and go away, and
yeah,
you won't even feel it. Like, I'm not saying you won't have normal human emotions, but
hmm,
it's gonna be completely different. You're gonna be able to manage it, because it's one thing to be depressed, and it's another thing to be sad. Depression is when you can't control
yeah,
your sadness. Sadness is just what it is. You feel it, but then once you feel it, you're able to be like, okay, I don't want to feel like this no more, and then change your thought. When you're
yeah,
depressed, you can't control it. When you're traumatized, you can't control it. But when you feel upset, sad, and it's not tagged with depression or trauma, you're able to feel it and then process it, and then it goes away. When you're depressed and traumatized, you can't process, so it stays stuck. So you keep repeating a loop. But when you, like you say, you're able to manage it, that means your process, all the trauma and shit, because the insecurity you feel is coming from a trauma, so
right,
it's able to be processed. So therefore,
right,
it's able to get flushed out the system. So you're now, if you flushed a little bit out, where you're able to process it more. So that, see, that's the inner work that you're
right,
doing, cleansing that, and you would keep
right,
this. Why I say keep doing what you're doing, even add other practices as well, like yoga if you can, and other things, and eventually you're gonna notice you're gonna be even feeling even better. Then things like not eating and fasting for is gonna come more natural and easier. And then you're gonna notice you're gonna notice you're gonna be resistant to certain food. Like me, certain food I can't even really eat no more. Like it's poison. Like I can, it's just different. Like I can't eat nothing but chicken. Like I had some beef. My mom cooked some beef like fucking a few weeks ago. I went over and got some beef, and I don't even eat beef, especially if it's not organic. I felt fucking sick. I felt sick. I got fucking my stomach. I had to make myself throw up, and my stomach was hurting like hell. It was I can't eat beef no more. So
damn,
yeah, I'm not eating beef no more.
damn,
I
but
can only eat fish and chicken.
damn, I do
And
notice how I do notice how like you know like I get full faster and shit too. Um,
Yeah.
fucking, but I noticed how like I used to have like bad anxiety. It wasn't like oh panic attack anxiety. It was just
This anxious feeling.
like anxious feeling. Yeah, like you know, and I don't know. I didn't know what I don't know what that come from. It probably came from my environment because you know
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep it real. You know how black households be like
Yeah.
it creates a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
So like you know it could be from my upbringing where like I had like a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure, but like I noticed how like I would do certain stuff and like my anxiety, I wouldn't even feel anxious at all. Like I'm like yo what, or it'll be minimal.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Like you don't feel the same anxiety feeling. That's because it's working. I mean, what you're doing is like you're cleansing you have more energy in the system. Like the same way you like you say you're able to get full quicker. It's like you have the energy, you have that energy that's sustaining you. So look at it like it's sustaining you. So you don't need to eat as much. You don't get depressed as much. That light, that energy within you is sustaining your being. So
right.
all these negative energies like hunger and even lust, you'll notice how you still going to be attracted to women, but you don't lust like that no more. All
Yeah,
these
bro. I don't
weird,
lust like I'm telling you, I don't lust at women no more. I just look at them for them
yeah,
and admire like the beauty and shit. Still,
yeah. But
but it's like
it's not like a perverted lust like when because when you see people who lust and have these sexual addictions, that's a mental illness. It's not, people think it's natural because
mhm.
a man's supposed to be attracted, but it's a if it's lust and certain even perversions and shit, that's mental illness. Like somebody who likes to rape people and shit, that's a mental illness. That's somebody like who got something wrong with them in their brain, or somebody who's attracted to like weird fetishes and stuff. That's like, it's a mental illness. So that's, and when you able to cleanse the energy. Like I notice when I go on a fast for like 20 days, like certain fetishes and lust that I usually have, I don't have. Like I don't even find that attractive anymore. Not to say I don't have like attraction towards females, but it's just certain I notice. And then as the more I fast, the less that gets. I don't even like, I'm not even attracted to that shit no more. It's weird.
Bruh. It's funny because like, you know, some spiritual person he reached out to me. He gave me like a human design. I know you probably don't believe in that, but
What is it? Let me see what it is. What is it? A human design?
yeah, it's a human design chart where it's like it basically gives you like like it gives you like what chakra areas you work on and stuff.
All I gotta say is, if it helps you, then it helps you. That's good.
Yeah,
Don't look at it like, oh, it's wrong because I don't believe. Like, if it helps you and you can correlate it to, then that's all that matters. And you use what it can to use what you can use it for it to help you. Don't be like, oh, he doesn't believe in it and it's not true, or like I don't know, but like just if it helps you, that's good. Do what helps you.
right. And like I know like everybody be like oh the sexual state is not spiritual, but like working on the lower dantian has like severely like impacted my life, like for real, like because you know how they have like the three dantian centers, the lower, middle, and upper.
Mm-hmm.
Like working on the lower dantian,
Yeah.
I've been working on that because I was getting deep into it. I was like, okay, let me see what this about. And I'm not gonna lie, like that really healed me type shit. Like
Hmm.
working on the lower dantian, like and the lower dantian, the lower echelon
Yeah,
chakras and
that's
shit.
the root chakra base.
Yeah, the root chakra base. I was like root and sacral.
Yeah.
But still, I was working on that and I was like, damn, maybe my sacral is like, it's still developed, but like maybe I need to work on that area and I feel more fluid and shit. You feel me? Like working
Mm-hmm.
on this qigong, like I feel more, I don't know, I feel more like when I work on that area, I feel more creative. I feel funnier. I feel looser.
Mm.
I feel I feel more free. Um, I feel less
Mm.
insecure. I feel I feel way more healed. And I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of women, a lot of women, like they could feel my energy, like they attracted to me. You feel me? Like,
I feel you. I know what you mean. I
yeah,
know
like
exactly what you mean. It's like connect. You feel like you could connect more.
yeah, like I feel way more charismatic. Like
Yeah, because it's
I
a certain energy. Yeah.
yeah, I feel way more charismatic. Like I feel actually very, very warm too. I don't know how to
Mm.
put that in words, but I feel
Oh, like
warm.
I know what you mean. Your body feels kind of like you feel more satiated in the body
Yeah, satiated in the body. Yeah,
in a way.
yeah, and also surprisingly, I feel way more. My body feels way more loose and relaxed, like flexible.
Yeah, and your body movements are probably a lot different too, where you're able to give off an impression where you're like certain, you don't have certain like nervousness tendency. Like yeah, I know what you mean because
Yeah, like
because when your body's loose, that means your body movements a certain way. Your energy is different, so it adds to the charisma, and then the women they could pick up on that.
yeah, 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 bro. I'm not as stiff. I used to be hella stiff. Well, I didn't. I wasn't hella stiff, but I used to
Yeah,
be kind of stiff, and I used to come off a little timid, but I wasn't timid like that. It was
yeah,
just like, but now it's like, I, of
that's
course, I,
good.
of course, I would have my moments where I'm like just out there, but like
See,
it's just a whole.
you should speak about this on your channel, man, because like what you're saying is very like that's some deep shit. Like a lot of people, like they're trying, like that's one thing I respect about you because you're willing to try things most people don't try. Like there's a lot of people out here in this world that are struggling with shit, and when you tell them like, oh, you should try this, you should do this, most people look at you like you're crazy because what you have achieved right now, what you mental clarity, mental peace so many people are trying to find that externally and they feel like it's owed to them like but you gotta everything you gotta work like what you got you worked for it but like people somehow think that what you're experiencing people think that that's deserved to them and they don't have to work for it but like you put in energy to get there it's not like you got there overnight so you're like
Hell to the
that's a
fuck no.
representation.
Hell to the fuck no. And my first challenge was figuring out where it was coming from. You get what I'm saying? Like doing all this internal shadow work, I was like, why the fuck do I feel this way in the first place? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why the fuck I am gonna document this shit on my YouTube, but what's the name? I gotta give myself time because I want to work on other YouTube stuff too. Like, I want to do my other content on my other channel. Like, that's more for entertainment, even though I'm not using this shit as a bitch. And then, you know, doing other stuff like MMA and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But but like I'm telling you this because it's like I'm just making everybody, I'm broadcasting everybody to in this chat that like, yo, like this shit is really real and it takes time and it takes effort. It's not easy. Like when I
Yeah.
was doing Qigong, my mind was scattered and shit. Like I was unable to focus and shit. Like,
Yeah, you got to fight through that little that part, and
yeah,
and this is why I say you really can't teach anyone shit because we all have to go through that period of pain and uncomfortability and fight through it and go on. Everyone thinks like the path to freedom or abundance or whatever you want to call it is all easy and it takes like discipline isn't just doing something when you don't want to do it. Discipline is doing something when it doesn't feel good and keeping at it. So when you do it, then eventually you got the rewards. Like what you're experiencing now is you going through it the hard part. But a lot of people before they get to your part, they have to go through that hard part. And then they give up and they stop doing it, and then they wonder why life is like this. And like this is why I say that when you see somebody complaining about life and shit,
and you think that, oh, they're a victim. It's not that they're a victim. Everybody goes to the test. What you're going through, everyone goes through in their own way. And the people who don't pass the test are the people who complain. This is why you'll see somebody complaining year over year. It's not that they don't have opportunity. It's just when that opportunity presented themselves, they looked at it as something to run away from. You looked at it as something to keep going. So
Right.
this is why you are where you're at. The other
Right.
people, they had the same opportunity within their own way because we're all different, but it's the same energy. They decided to run. They looked at it as like, oh, it's too painful, it's too hard. So now they don't have you don't have to do it, but then now this is why they're complaining in their situation, and you're not like these people, and you're like, why don't people get it? This is why I say, even though you experience this and you say, I need to tell the world's not going to understand you. You could tell
Oh
most
fuck
people
no.
this. Most people are going to look at you like you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it doesn't work. But this is just their self projection of they just can't handle it. So they're
Bro,
not
that's
going to.
like that's like telling an incel. Let's say I'm a nigga who know how to get bitches and shit. That's like telling an incel, hey bro, you could go from getting no bitches to like pulling, let's say Chad and Tyrone's bitch. That nigga gonna look at you and say, nigga, you crazy. They genetically blessed or some shit. You get what I'm
Some
saying?
dumbass shit like that. And it's so point, like you can tell like these motherfuckers, like those motherfuckers, they hate themselves so much, like they will actually like get upset and taking it as offense when anybody like tries to um attack their argument. Like that's wrong. They'll look at you like you're disrespecting them. Like how the fuck, who the fuck are you?
And then
That's not right. And like those people, they're out. Those people are very gone. They're lost. I don't even. Those people have no hope. Like I don't even try to like wake those people up because they're so stuck in their hell that they've created because all those type of people, they're coping. So they can't do the work because it's too hard or they don't want to do it, so they have to cope. So their coping is accepting it like, oh, it's genetically this and that, and then creating a community and finding other people. So they're in a coping stage. They're not going to get better. So they actually have found a comfort in their hell. They think
Mhm.
it's comfortable, but it's really not, because so when they're on YouTube making videos, talking, they feel comfortable. Oh, there's nothing we can do. But that comfort doesn't last long, because once they go out in the real world, they get reminded how much of a piece of shit they are. Then they gotta go back. They have to go run home and make another video. So it's like an up and like they get comfortable, but then they can't go outside and be in the real world because they get reminded how much of a piece of shit they are, and then they get upset, and then they have to go home and cope some more and be with the other people that don't even give a fuck about them, because of all those people that agree with their video. Once he starts getting better, if he ever does, those people are gonna look at him like an agent, aka a Chad or Tyrone. Like, oh, well, you think you're Chad and Tyrone now? But it's like this. It's all fucking toxic.
that is very toxic, and it's like, bro, like I feel like these niggas be talking about me and shit, like, cause like I played sports and I was quote unquote getting hoes and shit. I was like, so y'all just jealous of niggas who was getting the hoes and had some like, and was in some position or got the bitches you didn't want or something. And like I was looking, I'm like, damn, like most of these incel niggas is blowing up. like,
Yeah, they
like
get hella mad and shit.
like damn, like most of these incel niggas is getting some clout on the internet because they just complain about their boring ass, depressed, shitty.
And it's crazy. And then I could tell, I'm like, it's not even worth it, because like a lot of people be like, oh, you can make money off TikTok, off the internet. But I be seeing a lot of these people that be talking about like this incel type of shit and doomer life and struggle content. And then like they be getting like 5,000, 8,000, sometimes 10,000 views per video. But then when I see their, and I know these are real people because I can tell, like when I see their actual, like what they talk about how they can't afford groceries, or they can't do this, or I have to work this job. So I'm like, obviously it's not, YouTube isn't paying as much,
Mhm.
because I don't think they pay this. I don't know how the thing is, but I don't know. But all I know is the people that I see that I know are real people, like they they get like a lot of views, like 10, 15,000 views per video, 8,000 views average on video. but
That's a
yet
lot
they
of views. Yeah.
yeah, but they still like are working regular jobs and they still complain about. So I don't think because YouTube pays everyone differently.
Hmm.
I remember I said like if you're making videos about cryptocurrency, that pays you the most because you're talking about finance. But like if you're making videos about struggle content, I don't think it pays you as much or so, or depending on the individual, they pay
Man,
everyone
bro,
different.
I'm gonna tell you what's getting them paid. They're talking about dating and how much their dating life sucks. Because for some reason, like the algorithm, if you start talking about this like dating shit and how like you're not getting no bitches or something, like, cause there's this one dude named Hex Speaks, and like he Haitian, like you just said.
Yeah, but that's probably a puppet though. A
Mm,
puppet, they get sponsored and they get funded and they get sent donations. I'm talking about just YouTube specifically. Like, you gotta like because you'll see a lot of people out here that talk about certain shit. Like let's just say like the fresh and fit people, they don't
mhm.
get all their money from just YouTube. They get sponsored, they get donations,
Oh,
they're funded by government. So they're getting their money from other places to keep them going. I'm talking about these people who just simply get paid off a YouTube check and ad revenue. And
hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of people like the way they talk and the way the shit that they say, talking about like you could just tell like a lot of these niggas they don't even they can't even afford a car, but yet you're getting all these views. Like you don't have no money for a vehicle, a car, or any of this. And the other dude's like only yeah, the other dude, there's one white dude's all talking about how like he only has like 40 cents in his PayPal account and he needs donations. But yeah, this nigga's like he makes like fucking 6,000 views per video on average talking about doom or struggle content, commentating. And I don't even know because they can demonetize you. They demonetized this one African dude. He was talking about what was he talking about? He was commentating on TikTok and they demonetized him because he said it's not he's using other people's content, which was weird because so many people use TikTok and they get paid, but they decided to demonetize the African nigga. I don't know why they chose him, but yeah, other people make TikTok videos and they're still getting paid money. And he was doing the same thing as they're doing, nothing different. And they demonetize his channel. So even when you do commentate on TikTok, YouTube can demonetize you whenever they want because it's not your content. So that's why it's good to just always make your own
bro,
content. But
bro, I try to stay off of TikTok, Instagram, because like it's just a whole bunch of racist bot ass trolls. Like,
yeah, it is. It's a lot of racism. Like, and they changed Instagram where when you open up the app, it shows you like a video. Like they changed that. Ever since the last couple months, they did an update with Instagram where because before when I used to go on Instagram, it used to open me up to the search and you could see like all the pictures or you could see your feed. Now when it opens it up, it shows you the video. So right when I open up Instagram, it shows me the first video, which I don't want to see because it's always some degenerate dumbass shit. So they also changed the algorithm where the videos they show you are more like degenerate videos or not like they're just dumbass videos. Like let's show somebody like fucking just stupid shit like somebody getting into a fight or somebody like cussing somebody out or some racist shit, some race bait shit. And I'm like, why are they showing this on my Instagram so often? Like it used to not be like that with Instagram. It used to be
bro,
they'll show
nah,
you like funny shit. Now it seems like they're showing you more degenerate shit. Like
nah,
they're
bro. It's like every time I hop on the app, it's somebody talk about race, it's somebody talk
yeah.
about politics, and it's somebody talk about gender wars. I'm
and,
like,
and, and then they try to say it's the algorithm. It's that no, yeah, a lot part of it's the algorithm, but I feel like as a part of it is they're creating the algorithm for you in a certain aspect to make it so it's more prevalent.
like,
Like,
bro, bro, I feel you. Like, I used to go in there to look for information, and I was like, you know what? The real information not even gonna be on here because it's all about some shit I saw in like 2018, like where where I could find that shit on YouTube, yeah, but like it's like some shit I already know, like take this herb or something.
mm-hmm. What was that you said? What was that you said? My bad. I was the
I said
last thing.
like those word platforms I used to look at info for to like get certain stuff, but
Yeah.
like Nowadays, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This is just like a whole
There,
bunch of race bait, chronically online, racist motherfuckers, bots and shit.
yeah,
Like,
and it's creating a lot of mental illness because a lot of like you're intelligent enough to not watch it. I meet people like me and you, we know to not watch it or at least cut back on it if you feel like you need to. Imagine how many people out there are addicted to watching this and they watch it every day. So now when you're out in public places, you don't know what, because you know what you watch, you know what you're putting into your mind. But when you're dealing with a female, you're dealing with other people in the world, you don't know what they're putting in their mind. So now you're dealing with their trauma, their mental illness that you know how to avoid and circumvent. They don't. So they just watch this shit. So now they got to project this shit. This is why you have so much mental illness in the world, because people are just projecting what they see on social media, their trauma, their ignorance. This.
oh boy, don't even get me started on that shit. Like, I just be getting annoyed with people so much because it's like they're like every time I go in every time I interact with people in real life, they be onto that like TikTok like political conspiracy brain shit. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And then, there's some, well, I don't know, not like one person that's like not into politics. Like,
Mhm.
like they all get to a certain age and they like be like, well, I'm into politics because this, and a third bias. Um, fucking, fucking me. I just be chilling. I'd
I
be like,
don't even know. I don't even know anyone really that's into politics. That's like, I feel like most of the people are into politics are older people, like people like your parents' age and my parents' age, or people if they're around our age, they're getting paid, like they're on the payroll. Like I don't even see it. It's even when you see people that are degenerate, most of them don't even fuck with politics, and if they do, it's just out of like racism shit. Like because when you look at the whole politic game, it's nothing but just a way to exercise your racism and your retarded beliefs. Like somebody will be like you'll see a whole white person,
mhm.
motherfucker in a whole safety vest, works probably doesn't even make $30 an hour. Oh, I'm glad Donald Trump is getting rid of immigrants and getting rid of food stamps. But it's like, nigga, you're a bum ass cracker. Like you ain't nobody. Like so the only reason you could come to the conclusion that you care is not that you care and that it's gonna make your life better, is just because you're a racist bigot and this is how you exercise it. Like, because even if Donald Trump were to get rid of food stamps and get rid of every illegal immigrant, and let's just say they save billions of dollars from that, you're not getting any of those billions of dollars. Watching the next year, prices go up, tariffs go up, all of this shit still gets expensive, rent goes up, but yet then like all the whole tariff thing. You know how much money was generated from tariffs? You know how much money the government saved from getting rid of these immigrants with ICE? All of that money, why hasn't that money gone back to the people? Why are things getting more expensive? So obviously, all of these dumbass people talking about, oh, Trump's saving the country and saving us taxpayers. No, he's not, because true billions of dollars have already been saved from tariffs. They had tariffs since April, and they made billions off that. But why are prices and rent going up? Why is inflation not going down? So obviously that money that they're generating from not giving food stamps and tariffs is not going back into the taxpayer's pocket. It's going to the thing. Yeah, people don't see it. They're fucking retarded. So when I see a white person, oh, I'm glad Trump got rid of this. It's not that they care. It's just it's a way to exercise their racism, because they look at it like a basketball game. Oh, my team's winning. My white president pissed off the black people, but yet, bitch, there's black people doing more successful than your bum ass in that safety bet. So, so you just a racist motherfucker, because there's black people out here doing way better than you, even black people in the hood. You just a regular white person who got to pay taxes, and you're a blue collar worker. You probably your family probably you don't even have generational wealth like regular white people have. You're just a regular white person, so you're just racist. Just say that. So like. They use it to exercise their racism. And I'm not for Democrat, because fuck the Democrats too. Like, they lost on some bullshit just as equal. Because last time I checked, a Democrat is rich just like a Republican. A Democrat still is in the same position as a Republican. They're part of the same tax bracket. A Democrat's not for me. A Republican isn't for me. They're still rich. The fuck?
Right, exactly. Exactly. And it like this is all I look at it, it's all like white people shit, because that's all I be seeing that's in the politics, like talk about white people, and like, you know, of course a hand pocket of fucking black people. But
Yeah, it's all fake shit. White people and black people. That whole word saying the people itself, the way a black person thinks, the way a white person thinks, that's all scripted and it's all manufactured. It's fake. Because when
yeah.
you look at the whole so-called white culture and black culture, that was created by this degenerate system. Black people have no culture. What are you gonna say is black people's culture? Uh, Getting whipped by a fucking slave master and calling the white man massa and
Well, I would say
collard greens and shit. That's black culture.
I would say this, like, from my personal experience, like, there was some ancient traditions that got passed down, like foods and shit that
Only I feel like African and maybe if you want to say some Caribbean, but I'm talking black people in America. If you want to say anything that got passed down was out of like you say chitlins, collard greens, all of that shit was slave food that was very negative. So if it did get passed down, it was some negative shit like chitlins. That's like pork feeder, like some nasty shit they fed the slaves. Collard
mhm,
greens is like it's like a
mhm,
low end. That's why collard greens have a funky odor. It's like a low end type of plant. It's like a
mhm,
weed or some shit. It's not a
mhm,
natural. It's all like degenerate shit that you could say they passed down. It's not
mhm.
no real culture, and it's just all food. Like there's no. That's all the culture is. It's just food and how much you
Food.
were victimized by a white man. Like where's the
Food.
astrology? Where's the native like? Where's the astrology or knowing of the resources of the land or how to go and create and how the body is and health and how black people like where's like the natural
Mhm.
knowledge of self, the land, and the astrology.
Right, because like
It's just
all
about food and how much a white man victimized your ass.
food, music, music. Um, I can't even say entertainment, because all that entertainment shit was made by Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Like all that sports and shit that was created by Native Americans, who a white man just profited off of. Um, but I would say that I did do some research on my history, and my ancestor lineage got with Native Americans, and it's just like passed down culture, like certain, like, you know, traditions and shit, but it's like so far gone to the point where it's like lost. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, it's just lost, but it's not completely lost. But it's just a lot of shit that's been going on. But I don't think none of the information is completely lost
mhm,
because they can't eliminate it, but it's just there's very few people that can talk about it because there's always somebody that knows. Because for it to be completely lost, that means everyone like of that tribe have to be gone. There's always somebody there. It's very few people left to speak of it. That's really what it is.
right, 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 right. But you do make a point though, like the whole shit is victimized by white man, Christianity, like fucking club scenes.
For real.
Food, um, what else? Damn near all
Rodney
hip.
King beating. That's all they can talk about. Oh, Rodney King or Harriet Tubman. She did this and Rosa Parks on the like always some victimized shit. I don't give a fuck about some victimized shit like that. That's all Black history is. If that and food, it's not nothing like that's gonna
Mhm.
like when you see Native American culture or African culture, it's more to it than just what they've been. It has more like the way they did things, certain rituals, certain traditions that they do at
Mhm.
certain times. And they could tell you about certain shit of that area where they're from and how it helped them and herbal remedies. Like you got the Chinese, they do qigong and kung fu. That's culture right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no fucking that's like the acupuncture, the Chinese medicine. That's their culture. Qigong. That's a culture. Like where's the so-called black people? I'm not talking about African. I'm talking about black people in America because they're according to them they're not African. So where's their culture? They don't got no culture at all, other than just them being a victim to what the white man did to them. Like that's not a flex. Like what Rosa Parks, she fucking sat on a bus in the back. Oh, Rosa Parks didn't go to the back of the bus. That bitch still needed to take a bus. Why didn't she just go and create her own bus? Or why does she need to take a bus to go? Where was she going? Like no one ever asked that question. Where was the bitch going? Did her fucking white man job? So what statement did she make by not going to the back of the bus? Yet she was probably going to a grocery store to go spend her white man money at the white man establishment.
That's
going to the white man's job.
That's funny you say that because there was a time where black people mind their own business and they was creating I'm not gonna lie, they was creating their own shit, but they got fucked up by wanting acceptance from the white man. Mm-hmm. Now a lot of black people have like some inferiority complex or some victim mind towards white people, and I'll be looking at white people like I call y'all crackers just like I call a nigga. Like
for real, I look at it like the people in a position that are creating people to be crippled in corruption, like the government. Mm-hmm. That's why I look at it as white people. When I see regular white people, they're not shit. They're just regular. I'm cool with some white people. Mm-hmm. So I don't have an issue. It's weird because the white people that you see that are racist towards blacks, they don't understand like the shit. Like what I said, like you'll see some white person say, I'm glad Donald Trump is getting rid of these immigrants and doing this, but yet they don't understand like a lot of the shit that he's doing is against you white people too. Like you guys still have to pay tariffs. You guys still have to fucking pay higher rent and inflation. Didn't they talk about Biden raised inflation? But yet Biden was a white person. You can say he's Democrat, but at the end of the day, Biden got over $100 million net worth.
It's because like I know
you don't even got half.
Bro, I know what mentality they be under. It's kind of like that program of, oh well, this is all America. Everybody's white.
No, this is just a fucking a business. America's a corporation. It's not even a country or nothing. It's no different than like go to Target or Walmart. Like they don't give a fuck about your feeling. If you don't have the money, they're gonna kick you out. If you go to work at Walmart and you got a flat tire and you have to go take your daughter to the hospital, Walmart will fire you if they say you're supposed to be here a certain day and you have to take your daughter to the hospital. They don't give a fuck. That's how America is. It doesn't give a fuck. America is a corporation. It just cares about money. That's why it baffles me because people like America, like they will evict you. They will fire you over some nonsense. And then they'll say, well, that's life. That's just how it is. And you're supposed to just move on with that. But when you do it to the system, somehow that's where moral structure comes involved. Oh, you if you're hungry, you can't just steal from a store. If you're
stores don't care about you.
Yeah, like it's moral structures only come into place when you're the one doing the corruption or the so-called corruption, but when they do it to you, it's just business. It's like, why? This is why, like, when you go to certain communities in different countries, it's so clean, it's so nice because let's just say you go to a rich neighborhood, you go into the hills, like Beverly Hills, everything looks clean, everything looks nice. The neighbors, they watch out for each other. Why is that? Because they feel like that community takes care of them. This is why when you go into a rich neighborhood, you'll see a bunch of politicians like vote for this mayor, vote for this, because they actually care about the system because they're in a position where they believe the system take care of them. But when you're a regular person like me, or you're in the, not, I don't want to just say the hood, like a regular person like me, I never gave a fuck about the system because this system's never done anything for me. So it's easy for me if I'm walking down the street to throw my trash on the ground, to not give a fuck about this system, because I've never gotten nothing from America. Everything I've gotten is because of what I did. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have this is not my system. This is not my community. I don't give a fuck about it. And plus, as a so-called taxpayer, which is all of us, because we all got to pay sales tax. So I don't know why people, I'm a tech, bitch, everyone is, because you got to pay sales tax. Even a Mexican, he has to pay sales tax. So as a taxpayer, if I pay sales tax, doesn't the sales tax go to waste management? Doesn't it go to the city so it can pick up the trash on the ground? Isn't that's why you have garbage men to pick up trash, which is from taxpayer? So why should I give a fuck if this system never gives me anything and I have to actually pay it something? And you say that goes to the city. Let the city pick up my trash. And I don't give a fuck about this system in this community. So I don't have an interest. Whereas you go to a white neighborhood in the hills, they may have an interest because the government or the politicians, they are on payroll. They get paid from corporations to push laws. So that's their system. That's their people. That's their community. Obviously, their neighborhood's going to look nicer. It's going to look cleaner. They're going to actually support the police. I'm not saying I don't support them, and I'm not saying I do support them. I just say it's whatever at the end of the day. It's like, it is what it is. But this is not my community. If you're a politician, if you're a CEO, if you're in government and you're like a high ranking in government, then this is your system because they look out for you. You see what I'm saying? So they have a reason to actually care about it. I don't have a reason. And that's what that's the problem, because the government expects Gen Z and these younger generations to have the same care while not being in a situation where they're benefiting from the system. Like, why should they give a fuck about the system if they're not benefiting? I've never got shit from the government. Government's never gave me shit, never done shit for me.
Exactly.
If anything, I've done more for the government than what it's done for me.
Exactly.
I can give a fuck about this system. It never gave me anything.
Exactly. Especially if you're a motherfucker that's like getting paid, sitting down getting paid, and you don't have to work a job or something, do some like super governmental shit. Like fucking like, bro, I also found a new way to get paid, which is by betting and shit.
Yeah, do what you feel like if it works for you, shit. I'm good. I don't do no gambling. I'm just not a gambling person. I don't fuck with that shit because I don't know. But if that works for you, then do what you feel like it works for you.
For sure. But with that being said, bro, I'm gonna head on out.
For sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna do my daily walk, work on my qigong and stuff. And I would just say, like, all this stuff, even though I'm a little stagnant right now, but it's like I don't really feel stagnant at all. I feel like I progressed a lot since 2023, since I graduated
and
high
you still
school.
young. You like 21?
Yeah, I'm about to turn 21.
Yeah, you got a lot. Like you it's so you should be so grateful you started at the age you did. Like, you may think like, oh, I'm 21. Like, you still got a lot of time. Like, and for you to be where you're at right now, at the age you're at, man, like you're already ahead of most people. Even people that are in their 30s and 40s, you're already ahead of them. You started young. So by the time if you keep it up, by the time you're 30, 40, you're gonna be well surpass a lot of people, because especially like people your age now, they're comfortable not doing shit because they see a lot of videos on TikTok, Instagram talk about the world is over, Gen Z has no hope, so they feel it's okay to be a failure because, well, society's gonna collapse, the economy's gonna collapse, so I don't gotta do anything. This economy ever collapsing as long as there's human beings that will have a desire and an urge to want to consume. You still get hungry. oh, not you, but we talk about people. People still get hungry. People still want to fuck. People still want to have fun. People still want to do things. That's an economy. So economy ain't never collapsing. Just the money system is gonna change. You're gonna still be working. They're not gonna have AI like think, oh, AI gonna take over. No, the jobs are gonna change. You're still gonna have to work, even if it means working on yourself, working to go get some food. A hunter had to work to go get wood to set a fire. It's always gonna be some type of work. AI ain't gonna replace that. Like you guys, it is. It is like they want you to think this to make you think, oh, society, and then all of these people all of these people that are younger, not doing shit, thinking the world's gonna collapse the next 10, 15 years. It ain't gonna collapse like they thought it was gonna collapse. It's gonna change, but they're like, the world still ain't collapsed, and they're gonna feel left behind. Like fuck, because right now Neptune's in Aries. Neptune's gonna be in Taurus by 2037. So once Neptune's in Taurus, that's when like it's gonna be about materialism and shit. And then we got Saturn going into Taurus, because you gotta look at these Taurus placements. Taurus always rules money, material, and all the shit people think the world is going away from. So when Neptune gets into Taurus, that's gonna be the time to relax on hard, because right now we're in Aries. Neptune's right now is about working hard. So these are Neptune is an outer planet, so it's a longer, it takes like 15, 16 years. So right now it's about working hard, doing. By the time Neptune gets into Aries, by the end of the 23rd, like 2037, 2038, that's when it'll be that's going to be the time to like relax, have all the things you've accomplished in this era when Neptune was in Aries. And then at that point, all these people that were young, oh, the world's gonna end. They're gonna realize like the world is kind of like it was back when I didn't think it was gonna end, but it's different. And they're gonna be feeling left behind and trying to do some Neptunes and Aries shit when it's in Taurus. And it's good. That's why you don't want to be listening to all this shit on the internet, because they want you to sit there and be, oh, the world's gonna end. There's nothing we can do. All the jobs are taken. And then as time goes on, now the government they're gonna implement new shit, and then now people are gonna be like, "Fuck, I feel left behind," and they're gonna be depressed, and they're gonna, man, I want to have this, but I can't have it because I didn't do this and this, and it didn't have to be. Yeah, go ahead.
My bad to cut you off, but anybody who's saying that, this is a testimonial. I feel better more than ever. I feel better than what I did in like 2016. Everybody was talking about like. I still see people going outside partying and shit. I still want to do stuff and have fun.
Yeah, a lot of that is self projection. Like that's what you don't want to get trapped in that social media. So like, a lot of it is self projection, and people are speaking how they feel. They're not speaking how like what actually is going on in reality. Like not everyone is miserable and sad and feels the world is hopeless. Like they try to make it look like everybody's broke, or even they try to make it look like everybody's rich and everybody has a business. Everybody ain't broke, everybody ain't rich. It's both. People are rich, some people are poor.
Bro, like all I see or all I witness in my experience or my surroundings is just people just gotta pay a little bit more extra bills, and that's it. Like,
yeah, I do. I go to Whole Foods to get my shit because I have a Whole Foods like probably like 3 miles from my house. I seen that I see people, you know how expensive Whole Foods is. The same shit you could get at Walmart for like $3. Same shit, probably smaller, $8. It's expensive. Motherfuckers be having their cart full. I seen this bitch with like 4 bottles of wine from Whole Foods, a whole bunch of shit. She was feeding a whole family. She had the family. I'm like, I thought people can't even afford groceries. people are talking about how Walmart's getting expensive. I see people at Whole Foods with their carts full, and I'm like, why? And then the funny thing is, sometimes you'll watch these videos, and they'll be like, I don't know how people are doing it. I went to the store and I see all these people with all of these groceries. I'm like, how are they paying for it? And I'm like, for you to even say that, it shows you how stupid you are. Because first of all, we're in an economy. Like money is always flowing. Money doesn't just disappear. somebody always has money. Yeah, less people, like you said, people are paying more bills and things are more expensive, but money is still always flowing. People are out here thinking that it's supposed to be like fucking a third world country in Africa where everyone's just straight up strapped for cash. Like, it's not like that. I don't think it's going to take a lot of work for it to get like that. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, money is tighter, but money doesn't just disappear. Money's somewhere. Like, people don't. This is an economy. Yeah, money is tighter. Yeah, things are getting more expensive and people aren't buying for it. But for you to think everyone's broke, that's dumb. That's stupid. Like, motherfuckers think like literally everyone is struggling like them. It's like, no, that's just you. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot more people who are struggling. Don't get me wrong, but don't act like there's ain't nobody out there with money and wealth and
gonna be
doing shit.
real. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna just come from a perspective who, like, a person who actually goes outside, who participates, and like, I'm gonna tell you how it really is. What's going on right now? What I see, like, where like they're probably correct on social media, is like I'm seeing a lot more people become more retarded, and I'm seeing a lot more people become weirdos, and then I'm seeing a lot more people. They are getting aware, but it's like some weird extremity going on and shit. Where
Mm-hmm.
people are like going to the extreme is with like certain areas. Like, they're like, I don't know, it's like an intense energy going on where it's like it's just being amplified of what the fuck you into. I don't know how to put it in words,
Yeah,
but
like, it's because of social media. Everyone's so immersed into like whatever you're doing. So if you're out here becoming successful and thriving, you're more immersed in that. If you're into bullshit, you're more immersed. This is where the mental illness comes in. If you're doing degenerate, mentally ill shit, it's gonna be amplified even more, and it's gonna be more. Your senses are gonna be more tuned to it because we're on a different time. So whatever you're focused on, you're self projecting by default, whether you like it or not.
mm-hmm.
So somebody who watches nothing but a bunch of race bait on social media, even if they keep their mouth shut, their body language and their experiences are going to manifest as somebody who does it. So they're going to live a very miserable, angry, depressed life, even if they're not doing nothing but just going to their little shitty
that,
job and coming
that
home.
that's funny you say that, because I saw this racist nigga. I saw this scrawny ass racist white nigga get like beat the fuck up.
What happened?
I saw this scrawny ass white nigga just get beat the shit out of. It's funny. It's funny you say that, because people who beat
Where did you see it at?
um what's her name? I think it was my sister or something. She sent me a video, or somebody I knew sent me a video of this racist white dude getting beat the shit out of,
Oh,
and it was like it was near where I lived at or something.
you probably deserved this shit. Because a lot of that shit is like, and the thing is, only thing that's gonna do is it's gonna make him more racist now. So now he's just gonna go harder being a racist. And now he really has a reason to hate niggas.
social social media retarded. That's why it's cool to take breaks, even though I'm a content creator and stuff like that. Like, I'm genuinely on social media to express my creative self, and
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, do what you feel like you need to do. Like, I don't hate on anyone who does that. Like, it just, when I see people, because you actually trying to better your situation, I respect that. Like, people out here just use it for just dumbass shit. Like, they're not like, they feel like they feel entitled to be able to be something, but they don't have nothing to offer.
mm-hmm.
Like, that's the shit that annoys me. Like, people who have nothing to offer, but then they feel like they need to go, oh, I need to go viral for doing this, or why am I not getting views? And like, I don't even complain about it because I don't even give a fuck about YouTube like that, because it's it's not that I don't care about the platform, more so as it's been compromised by corrupt individuals. Like,
Right.
YouTube was once a good platform. I don't have a problem with the concept of it, uploading and video. It's compromised by a bunch of demons and corrupt individuals. That's why I say fuck it, because it's just corrupted. If it wasn't corrupted, this would be a good platform. But that's why it is corrupted, because it's such a good, powerful platform, and you can reach so many people and create so much. So they have to compromise it to keep it from. Because if they don't, because they feel like YouTube is a threat. Why do you think they have to micromanage and shadow ban? Like shadow banning, the whole concept of shadow banning is mental illness. Because to shadow ban somebody means you have to be watching somebody you don't like and care about. Why don't you just mind your business? If you mind your business, you wouldn't, shadow banning wouldn't even exist. You have to shadow ban somebody you don't like. Why are you watching someone you don't like? Because you're mentally ill. So like, it's weird. Like I don't get shadow banning and all that shit, and that's why I don't like YouTube. Now it's not that I don't like the platform; I hate the people who run it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That's some bullshit. Somebody even told me when YouTube first came out, it was nothing like this. Like it's
It
just
wasn't.
it
It was
was
you could have got like, it was just a lot more. Even like going live, like every time I went live, I remember when they first released live stream, I would say probably around 2015, 2014, 15. Every time I go live, it would be like 50 people in the room. And I wouldn't even have that many subscribers. I had less subscribers than I had now. And it was more interactive. People would comment, and you had a lot of trolls on. There was a lot of trolls because people were more looking, but it's always been true. Look, you can reach
bro,
more of an audience, but I
bro.
noticed as YouTube grows, it's like the amount of audience you get, it shrinks. The more like they're doing, it's people say, oh, it's because it's oversaturated. That's not the reason. They're doing something to make it work. You're not getting out there more, because you got to remember, there's a whole economy and a whole industry on internet marketing. People, there's corporations and companies that get paid millions of dollars a year to internet market. So why would they make it easy for you to go viral without you spending a dime on these corporations? So you got to keep that in mind. That's why if you like, if you're trying to, even if you go to any guy, any individual that runs a company, they're gonna spend money on marketing so you can see their business. There's nobody who opens a business who doesn't have a marketing budget. So that alone, you're if you think you can go viral off, and I'm not talking about being a puppet, talking about degenerate shit, just being real, it's got to be very hard, because you're up against people who are spending money to get big. Even Bandman Kevo, this nigga, he's like one of the only people that admitted, which I respect him for that. He admitted, he's like, I spent over $100,000 a month on marketing, and this is what got me to where I'm at, because you need to reach an audience. And he's like, if you're not trying to spend money on marketing, it's going to be hard. He lets you guys know. And he spent $100,000 a month on marketing. He said that's how his page got to the number it gets to, is because he spends that amount of money on marketing. So obviously he's a
Ew.
puppet too, but he is spending money, because even when you are a puppet, you still gotta put in work. Because when you're a puppet, somebody's paying you to be a puppet. So if you're a puppet and they're not, anybody who spends money wants to get an ROI, a return on investment. So if a government agent is spending money on an ROI, spending money on a puppet, they expect a return on investment. If not, then they're not going to pay you no money, and they're going to get rid of you. So even though you're a puppet, you still got to show your worth, like, to make that check keep coming. Ain't nobody just paying anybody shit for no reason. You got to prove your worth. So even the puppets, they got to at least be the best puppet they can fucking be. Otherwise, their check's gonna disappear. Ain't nobody. We gotta find another puppet that can do it better.
Oh, oh, oh Lord. Motherfuckers is paying $100K for I'm sorry.
That's crazy. Because some people they have the money for that shit, and it's crazy.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe he was lying, but I believe he could. People could spend that much money when you're talking about ad revenue. That's not really far fetched, depending on how big your brand is. Like if you're making tens of millions, like he's making tens of millions of dollars a year. So if you're making like $20 million a year, 100K a month, that's 1.5 million to budgeting. That's a good chunk of budget amount to make you be able to keep making that profit. So
Right.
1.5 million out of 20 million a year annually, you're making 15 million, even if it's 9-10 million, because the marketing is what's going to bring in a lot of audience. But even then, like I don't want to put too much emphasis. I don't trust this system, like because I feel like I just don't trust the system. Like, even I don't want to put too much emphasis, like, oh, it's the marketing and this. Cause even with that, like they can still shadow ban you because shadow banning still exists. So I don't want to put too much, but that's marketing is a thing. So, but I don't want to put too much emphasis on that because, like I said, shadow banning is a thing. And they do play with people's numbers, but I'm talking about marketing for like business and stuff, like not like YouTube and. But even TikTok and Instagram, like people market to get their page out. That's when you see these sponsors, like people market and they spend. But I wouldn't even spend money because there's somebody I know. I'm not naming no names, but there's a channel I know. Because I don't give no shout outs no more on this channel. And that's like you because you on my channel. There's somebody I know who spent like a lot of money on YouTube for fucking ads and fucking his channel still ain't even that big. And I'm like, you just got scammed by YouTube, like. That right there made me realize I would never spend no money on YouTube. Like, he was already talking about shadow ban type of shit. I'm like, why would you spend ad revenue on YouTube and you're talking in a way that's gonna shadow ban you? That's a waste of money. Like I'm talking this shit like this, and I'm gonna go pay money to YouTube, and like I'm gonna go give my money to a platform I don't give a fuck about, talk about it and expect to go viral on that platform. Like they're just gonna take my money. That's a scam. I'm pretty much setting myself up to be scammed. That's done. So the individual did that, and he said he spent a lot of money. And he got like probably like a few thousand subscribers, but his views aren't even nowhere near mine. So I'm thinking like, oh no, his views are like mine, probably a little more. So it probably average like 400 or 500. Like that's not even worth the money you spent. There's people who got more than that. They didn't spend a dime. So that's like a scam. Like I don't.
Right. 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 What I was gonna say. Oh yeah. My last point before I head out.
Yeah.
What's the name, bro? You know, I think I know this might sound flunked out, but you know, like all that like, you know, going outside, all that like creative type stuff, like that food, pleasure shit. I think my spirit is here for me to like kind of move in them areas a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And like kind of experience those. Cause I do see benefit out of doing it too. But in a way where it's like, okay, I gotta be more creative. I gotta indulge more. Cause my human design, it said I should be operating in the lower Dantian instead of like the higher ones and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like it's. I think it's about like
balance.
everything, not balance, but
Mm.
needing it when you need it. Like you may need to use one more than the other, so therefore it's not really balanced. So just using your discretion and doing what you need to do. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really for balance and equilibrium type stuff. Like sometimes you do need it, but like when they talk about equilibrium, do you be equilibrium and balance with being balanced? That means sometimes not being balanced. So that's why I don't even really agree. Like you just got to do what you got to do when necessary. You may
Okay,
need to,
do
yeah. And you only know when you need to do that.
Okay,
If you
okay,
want to call that balance, then you can, but use your discretion and do what you need to do at the time you need to do it.
okay, okay. With that
And
being
if you
said,
want to call that balance, then okay. But I don't. I call that just doing whatever the fuck you need to do when you
okay.
need to do it. Like sometimes I need a gun. Sometimes I need a water hose. So
Yeah.
whatever the case is that you need to deal with.
Okay, okay. You know, with that being said, you feel me? I'm out of here. It was
Yeah.
always good talking to you. Like, you know, sometimes, you know, I could see like how your content can come off a little bit surface level, but you know, Scorpio season, like I see that depth and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
I feel it.
Like you know,
Like I'm not trying like there's really no reason to go deep on because you got to look at it like there's people out here who get paid thousands of dollars to talk about nothing. Who the fuck am I to come on here getting deep and going hella deep and coming all professional and I'm doing this shit for free, spending time out of my day. Like, fuck that. Like, I don't even talk to even teach. I just come up on here just to rant and run my fucking mouth when I feel like, just like sometimes I go play the video game when I want to have fun. That's how I look at YouTube. I come on here when I just want to talk my shit and have fun and I'm bored. I'm trying to like burn some time or something. I'm not doing that. That's why I come on here. I don't come on here to teach or do anything. If it seems like I'm teaching, that's just my natural instinct, and I just feel like
what
preaching
what
and
what,
talking.
what you teaching me is like the art. Like, it's not
At
even.
one point, no, at one point, I'm not gonna lie, I did come on here and try to teach, but recently, like this year, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. And if it comes off that that's how I'm doing, that's just my natural habit. Even when I'm talking to family members, like I be just preaching it, talking it. It's in me. Like it's not something I'm trying to do. So, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. You just showing me like you just proving to me more like you know I listen to older people and it just shows me more how like the art of living life is not hard. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but like you put it in a way where it's like you know you just saying like live your life, live your spiritual life, and like you know just be yourself. And it's like it's not gonna be that hard. Like just live your life. Of course, there's gonna be challenges and shit, but
yeah,
like people just gotta live their life through like some online template or well everybody's buying PCs by default, so
everybody's what by default.
everybody's buying PCs by default. Like,
Yeah, like because
so,
it's no really no way around it for most individuals. It's about so
but
it's like it's life is really not that hard. Not to say we don't go through challenges, but it's how you deal with the challenge because in that how it affects you. Like we all go through problems, but your problem, even though we're going through the same problem, you can experience more pain and distress, and I
mhm.
don't experience the same pain and distress. So same problem, but different reality.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about that Qigong. My pain and distress is like way less intense.
Mm-hmm. Because you're able to when a negative situation happens, you're able to look at it from a level perspective,
Yeah,
not get too upset,
yeah, not get too upset.
because you know it's a solution to it.
Yeah, yeah, there's a solution to it, and
Because anytime when you're very upset and you're like, let's just say somebody calls you out and you get triggered. It's not what the person said. Is you're lacking. Let's just say you're lacking certain energy within. You haven't
mhm,
done enough energy work, so what they say it affects you more. So your brain, your nervous system, it takes it more. It's all about your nervous system. It's taking the stimuli a lot more harsher. So it translates to you thinking deeper about what they said, than
mhm,
you feeling more upset. This is how like some people kill people. Like you'll see, how did this person kill somebody? Or the reason that a lot of people they murder somebody or they kill somebody, or they do some crazy shit, even down to rape, because
mhm.
their nervous system is so neurotic. where they can't control themselves, where they need to rape, they need to kill. And like a lot of those people that they do these things like rape kids and kill, they need help. It's they weren't able to calm their nervous system, and they let it get to that point where their spirit wasn't able to handle that stimuli, and then they reacted to it. That's why you don't want to get your spirit to that low of a level where you incarnate into another body, or incarnate a situation where you don't have no control of your being. Like that's why you don't want to get yourself that low, because a lot of these people, they come in here with their brain is their mind is so fucked up where they can't control tendency. They fuck around, kill somebody, now they in jail forever. They fuck around, rape somebody because they did certain things that didn't even have nothing to do with murder or rape, but they let their mind get to such a low level. Eventually in this life, it led to that. You don't want to get to that point where it can lead to some negative shit.
Yo, I'll admit, it's not like I done those things, but like those shit have came across my mind, but like I never acted upon that shit. Like I was like, yo, why is this shit coming to be? And it was due to like, lacking power and control and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like,
certain shit, you have mental illness or certain shit you have to deal with.
yeah,
But it was something like a lot of people, they experience, imagine somebody experiencing that on a level where it's extreme. Like, I've been to certain dark spots of the mind. Like, so when I see certain things, like I don't want to say feel sorry, but I just like, if this person only knew more about themselves, maybe they could have stopped themselves from doing these things. And I don't want to say I feel sorry, but like certain cases, I'd be like, damn, man, like if only people knew, if only there was education growing up as a kid to teach people how to deal with themselves, a lot of killings, a lot of fucked up situations wouldn't even happen. But the system, it doesn't want to teach you that. It thrives off people going to jail, prison, and making harsh mistakes and ruining not only their life, but other people's lives. Like a lot of that shit could be avoided if there was a certain education to teach people how to like move and shit. But they don't want to do that shit. They want to teach dumbass people how to make corporations rich.
right. Teach dumbass corporations how to make rich. And now we got a whole bunch of crash outs on the internet. Dang. But
Yeah.
anyway, bro, I'm gonna head out.
All right, for sure. All right, then, Mysterio.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right, peace. Yeah, shout out to Mysterio. Damn, we've been on it for 3 hours. I think I'm gonna probably head out too, guys. This has been a good live stream. Shout out to everybody in the room. Yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow or something. But yeah, everybody just stay strong out there, and I'm out. Peace.